and welcome to Blackfeather Guild. Before we go in and say hi to the cast and get started with the show, I wanted to talk very briefly about viewer actions and a little bit about sponsors. So first off, there's a number of ways that you can actually actively participate in the show through viewer actions. One of the easiest ways to do so is through retweeting the game tweet. You should see that somewhere in chat if it's not in there already. But you just click on that link and hit retweet, and for every 5 retweets that we get on that, it will add a bonus to the cast pool and the game master pool. Now, in most cases, that's going to be an extra d6 that they can add on to any roll. Basically, a great way to use that is if a player is almost meeting a DC, but they're just not quite there, they can grab one of those d6s from the cast pool, roll that, and then add that to their roll. Basically, is how that works. Same with the GM. So that's one of the easiest ways that you can participate that way. Another way is through guild coins. That's our Twitch channel points. If you look at the rainbow colored icon, it should have the Blackfeather Guild crest on it. It should be right below your Twitch chat box. If you click on that, it'll show you all the different things that you can get with those. The biggest one being plot points. Now, plot points, you can see an example right over here. They all work pretty much the same way. It's just a matter of how big of an impact they have. So for the example, when we've got 2 plot points, the player of your choice gets something moderately helpful or unhelpful. Enter any suggestions for the GM into chat, or you can have the GM come up with something entirely on their own. So just choose if you want it to be helpful or unhelpful to the party, and that's kind of how you can use them. You can throw in your own suggestions as well. How those work: 1 plot point is something trivially helpful or unhelpful. 2 is moderately. 3 is very, and 4 is very to the entire party. So if you want to do something to help the entire party or really throw a monkey wrench in their plans, 4 plot points will do that. So that's guild coins. And then finally, we've got donations. So if you want to help out with keeping the lights on in the place, so to speak, there's a number of ways that you can financially contribute. One of those being coffee.com/Raven or Raven.rocks. You can see both of those examples down there at the bottom. Those are the addresses to do direct donations. You can also do Twitch subscriptions or bits. Those work the same way. And then finally, Patreon. We've got a Patreon, which you should see in chat here any second if it's not there already. And our Bard tier patrons and higher get credits towards viewer actions every month that they can use on any show that they would like. You just have to let us know in chat how you want to spend those, and then we'll hand those out. So some very cool stuff. Before we hop over to see the cast, one last thing to mention is a couple things on this chart here. We've already covered the D6 and the plot points, but the triple crits, what that means is you can gift auto critical successes. And you can, it's triple because you get 3. You can divvy those out however you'd like. You can do 2 to the cast, 1 to the game master, all of them to the game master, however you want to do it. So they work much like the D6s. The cast members just grab that when they're available and they really need them and use them. So it's pretty cool. And then finally, the last one, introduce an ally or enemy NPC. Just give us a brief description of what you want this character to look like, kind of their character concept and a name, and let us know if you want it to be an enemy or an ally to the party, and the GM will basically take that and run with it. So really cool ways that you can participate. Lastly, I just want to take a quick moment to mention our sponsors. If you look at the logos down below, that's who's sponsoring this episode, and we'll talk a little bit about that before we introduce everybody as well on the next scene. So yeah, check all this stuff out and thank them for supporting us, and thank you for being here and watching. Let's go say hi to the cast. Hey, we're back with more Animus. How's everybody doing today? Cool. So it's been a hot second, so quick refresher. Last session, there was the getting of supplies, the still being mad at Daisy, intimidating and then befriending Matt, the radar technician at the space station. Then noticing that Rip's ship was parked in the space station. Everybody kind of freaked out a little bit, got back on the ship and took off. And then everybody failed the rule to see that Rip had snuck onto your ship and is now somewhere on board. Your characters have no idea. But you did make a smart move, and that was have Matt, the radar technician guy, keep an eye on the ship, Rip's ship, to let you know when it moves, so that you'd know when he's coming after you. Any other circumstance, that would have been brilliant. But for now, you're on your way to your destination.
Doom? Are we on our way to our doom?
Possibly. But to go break into the cartel stronghold and rescue Liam. And so far, that Rip's ship hasn't moved at all. That's pretty much where we're at. So before we jump into all the action, I'll let everybody introduce themselves, starting with Jay. Tell us a little about Sparky and yourself.
Oh God. What do I usually say? Sparky's a bundle of fun energy, fun panicky energy. They're kind of an idiot, if I'm being honest, and it's a joy to play such an idiot character. They've come a long way since season 1, and they're slowly growing, but they still sometimes make mashed potato maps. So there's that. As for myself, I'm a writer. I'm a non-binary creative. I do whatever comes to mind. I do role plays and things like this. So catch me on Twitch and Twitter at AlienJays.
Awesome. Vanessa, tell us a little bit about you and Annie.
Hi, I'm Vanessa. I am primarily a traditional artist. I do watercolor and pencil sketch. And I'm also a digital artist. I play Annie. She is very angry with Daisy right now. That has become her entire personality these past few episodes. But in her defense, she feels extremely betrayed. So I promise it's not just because she likes to be bratty. She is the tall. I would probably argue that Annie might be the equivalent of a bard. I guess she's got all that charisma in her. But she kind of looks more like Tu from Dark Matter. Kind of has that kind of style to her, and 2 lovely pink space buns. And if she was in better humor, she would be a delight, but she is not. So you guys have to deal with that for a little while. But yeah, that's me.
Awesome. And then Alex, tell us a little bit about Seattle and yourself.
Hi, I'm Alex. I'm another non-binary creator, more into the side of the art things as opposed to the writing things, because Jay has a wonderful handle on the writing thing. Let me compliment you, damn it.
Only if I get to do it.
Anyways, I do digital art and stuff. Commissions are currently closed, but they should be open again pretty soon. I'm currently dealing with some laptop issues, so if things are weird tonight, my apologies. I play Seattle. Seattle is very happy to have a daughter. Now he's got to figure out how many more ways that she can be punished for the absolute bullshit she put all of them through, including wiping all of their memories that he doesn't actually want back, but he likes having a daughter. Oops.
Which, I mean, in Daisy's defense, if you're just joining and haven't seen the first season, like, pretty much this whole ship, they were basically the bad guys when she did do that. So, like, it was bad, but it's like, it wasn't just, like, super malicious. Anyways. Riley, tell us a little bit about Lagu and yourself.
Hi, I'm Riley. I am a knit and crochet designer. You can find me online at Ariel Knits. I just have a shop update. I'll put the link to that out in the chat. I play Lagu. Lagu is a hired mercenary. I mean, all mercenaries are hired, but anyways. They really don't understand emotions, and they got thrown into this very emotional crew. And so right now, I believe they're contracted with Daisy, both to help with getting Annie's brother back, as well as helping Daisy make friends again.
Yep. I'm not sure that was Daisy's wisest choice, but it's fun.
But yes, hire the guy who's least likely, who doesn't know how to make friends, to make friends for you.
Backyard's amazing. Among the rest of the crew, who the hell else would she hire?
Her dad? Yeah, no.
Seattle's kind of already doing that.
Twice.
Yeah, no, her dad thinks she's in the wrong too.
Yeah. That's great, though. Awesome. And then last but not least, Lisa, tell us a little bit about Android and yourself.
I play Android, and unlike all these other incredible creative people, I don't really do anything. But I play Android.
Liar, she's an amazing bassist. If you ever need a bassist guitarist, go and contact the hell out of Lisa, because she is fucking fantastic.
She also does really good art.
Good actor.
An actress, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
We're
Well,
just
you think
gonna-
you're
we're
not
just
gonna get
pour
the hype?
compliments on. Sorry.
Oh, I think we're gonna
Oh, hey! Thank you so much for that 11 party raid stalwart initiative, which I'm presuming that Paladin Hulk is in that bunch right now. Thank you so much. We're just getting started.
Anyway, I play Android, and Android is a very small, innocent-looking murder bot, and she is, I guess, the captain of the ship, and she is 1,000% fed up with everyone, and is recently learning how to express that.
God help us all.
But yeah, she's not too happy with Daisy either. No one is. And but yeah.
Awesome. Then
I can't remember, did I hallucinate this, or did I get a plant? Yeah, I got
you did
stuck.
get a plant.
Yes.
Guys,
good,
want
yeah.
plants for everybody. You have a tomato?
That's
Yeah, wait, do you remember all the
This
plants
is news
I
to
got?
me.
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Android got a tomato bush.
Sparky got an aloe.
Ooh,
Daisy
nice.
got like a black-eyed season type deal.
No, that was for Annie, because it looks
was
like
Annie?
sunflowers.
Oh, okay, that's right. That's right.
Daisy got Gerber daisies.
That's what it was.
Trying to remember what got Lagu.
Can you get him a cactus?
Yeah, I got Lagu a cactus.
Yeah. Or did you get them a succulent? It was something easy to care
No,
for.
it was a cactus because we couldn't find succulents.
Yeah,
That's right.
it was something that
Who
could
doesn't
be
grow a
neglected and
succulent
not
in
die.
Space Station?
Awesome. And then, yeah, I'm Raven.
Oh, and also got Seth
Oh my God, Seth.
something. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was something like pansies. Got Seth pansies.
Yeah.
Those are durable little things too. Like those things.
I know, right?
That's true.
Here's what
And
Guy
then-
thinks of all y'all. Here's what Guy thinks of all y'all.
Thank you!
Thanks so much for that gifted sub to Alex. Alex, let me know just in
Hey,
chat or in Zoom chat, either way, what you'd like to use that on the chart down below. And as I was saying, I'm Raven. I'm the creative director for the Raven Evermore. I do tabletop streaming, obviously, and all of that also includes doing art and voice acting, and I designed the system that we're using, Fundamental RPG. I do a lot of different stuff, and you can find out all about that on my Twitter, which is right below my face. I also played Daisy Thornwood, who is the one that they've all been referring to. She is sort of like a super important NPC as part of the crew. And she's something of a computer genius. And about 18, 19, I can't remember what number I landed on, but right around that age. And then I also play everybody else in the universe. So, yeah. We'll jump right into it. You've left the space station. Matt, the radar technician / flight controller at the space station, is keeping an eye on Rip's ship for you. You've gotten probably like an hour away from the space station, and the ship hasn't moved yet. So you're feeling pretty safe. It's going to take you a day or so to get over to the planet that the cartel stronghold is on. I don't remember what I named that planet. I want to say Gallet something. But you know where I'm talking about. So you're about a day's out from there. I think, Seattle, you had some shuttle upgrades that you wanted to install during that time.
Yep. Gonna be grabbing Seth and Annie to basically be my assistant. Not Annie. Seth and Daisy to be my assistants.
Okay. Seth walks over to the shuttle bay and is like, so, you know, I'm not, like, really good with tools, right?
This is how you learn.
Okay, cool. Just as long as, you know, like, if I break something accidentally, like, we've had this conversation.
Then you learn from it. Seattle's gonna, like, actually teach Seth how to, like, do shit on the ship.
Love it.
I warned y'all. He went full paternal on me. I didn't intend it.
Yep. Seattle is ship dead now.
Canon, put it in the books.
We co-parent successfully.
Riley, but should Seattle be the one to teach Seth anything? You don't need two people blowing things up. It's true.
I have a 15 at I shouldn't be able to fail that roll.
Your
There's
track
always that
record
one.
would speak otherwise.
It shouldn't be possible.
You can tell that to my ringing tinnitus.
All right. So to work on the upgrades, and I don't recall off the top of my head which ones you hadn't installed yet, but I know you had some.
Is the only one we weren't able to get in time was the what was it? Weapons, I think. Was it weapons or was it the shield?
You got the maneuverability. I can't remember if you installed the shields or not, and then you had something for speed as well that you were doing.
Right, we didn't get the speed one in time.
Okay. So working on the engines.
Ironic.
But I want to do the finish the shields and maneuverability.
All right. That's right. You gotta come back for the speed upgrade.
Yeah.
Okay. It's been a couple weeks since the last session, so we're all a little fuzzy on details. So that's going to be mechanical engineering, and of course you can use your tools. Let's see what Daisy gets. Daisy got a 16.
So mechanical engineering plus 6. So 22 plus 6 is 28.
And okay, cool. I just did 2d20 for Seth, and actually Seth did a fantastic job.
Seth's doing good. He's a fucking natural.
Yeah.
He even gets like good job. You're doing good, kids from Seattle.
Awesome.
Positive reinforcement.
He goes to give you a thumbs up back and loses his balance, falls off the shuttle, and then gives you another
Yes.
thumbs up from the ground.
Yeah, that just seems right on target for this kid.
He's a little
Considering
clumsy.
how he snuck onto the ship completely unnoticed, manages to get the doctor, then fails.
Yep. He's like Liam Neeson. He's got a very particular set of skills and nothing else. Yeah,
One of those skills is that we keep forgetting he exists.
exactly. Which makes him great for sneaking into places and retrieving people.
He's just forgettable.
Yeah, until he comes back to the ship and we're like, sorry, you are... Let's
turn
name
around,
you
you're like-
Thomas.
You turn around and you're like, oh crap, you're still here.
Yeah. Weren't you working on a map or something?
So many skills and no daughter to save. Yeah.
That map.
And of course, I mean Liam Neeson's character in Taken, not Liam Neeson himself. And from what I understand,
Yeah.
Liam Neeson's actually a pretty cool dude.
Does he have a poorly veiled Scottish accent like he does in that movie?
I don't know.
Is that what that's supposed to be?
He cannot do an American accent. Bless his heart.
Oh.
But yeah, you get the shields installed just fine. Seth does a really good job. Daisy's like, yeah, I don't do hardware, I deal with software, but tries to help with a
It's
16.
mostly so Seattle can keep keeping an eye on her and make sure she's not off doing shit.
Yep.
He's trying to be subtle about it, but he's not letting Daisy sneak around no more.
And there's even a few moments where like Seth helps Daisy with something, and they get to bond a little bit and make friends.
Gross.
So yeah, all in all, mission successful on your shuttle upgrade project. Is there anything anybody else would like to do on the drive over to Cartel Planet?
Can someone just... I think this is probably what Sparky would be doing. We'll do this in character. Sparky, having been outside the ship, I feel like they probably fell asleep in their suit out there and then got in once there was word that we're leaving. Has no idea what's going on and would very much like someone to tell them where we're going, like what the plan is. Are we heading right to the planet, or are we going somewhere else first? Because I know we made the map, but
Do we even fully have a plan at this point?
it's kind of what I'm asking.
Seattle replies to, do we even have a plan with, do not ask me for a plan. It involves a bomb, and I already know you'll say no.
I won't say no. I just don't want to be like around you when you do that. Again.
We will once again avoid the use of explosives. Not that you'll listen to me, but I would prefer if we avoided the use of explosives.
Thumbs up frog emoji.
Fantastic.
Lagu would want to very sneakily move around and water everyone's plants.
What hurts? It's so wholesome. It's
That's
so
amazing.
wholesome. Oh.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that.
So I imagine they would also stop by like where the doctor is at some point to see if they had a plant that needed watering.
Oh,
Doctor got an air plant,
that's right.
which do
So
not
yeah.
need watering, aside from like very infrequently.
Don't you like soak them for a couple hours every 2 weeks or something?
You spritz them down heavily.
That's what it was.
So yeah, doctor's like, I mean, I just spritzed it the other day. It should be fine, but thank you.
Lagu just grunts and leaves.
The doctor sort of grunts in their own way as well and goes back to their chart.
It's beautiful to see those two bonding.
Right. Anything else? Before chaos.
Android has downloaded a full massive PDF on how to care for a tomato plant.
For some reason, my brain was like,
Fantastic.
yes, a full schematic of the cocktail. Oh, it's tomatoes. It's just tomatoes.
What's up, Alex?
Then,
Oh, there's more.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, then she's going to try to look at the cartel base, even though she knows that's not going to be easy to just like look at.
Now, when you say look at the base, are you looking at the 3D digital recreation of the mashed potato model on the mess hall table, or like trying to look at the literal thing through like long range scanners or something?
It's a combination of the two. She
Okay.
like merged the schematics, the scallop schematics, if you will, and is comparing them to actual information about the base.
Okay. Let's do a tech engineering roll for that. And then like any training you have in like the ship systems and things like that, you can throw that in.
Here's my tech engineering.
A little bit. Having Roll20 open is a little helpful.
So 18, and then we'll add in ship's computer, which is 6, so that would be 24.
24? Awesome. Okay. With a 24, you get a little information. On the long-range scanners, you're able to kind of confirm the general shape of the exterior of the compound, and line up some points from the model with what you're seeing.
Mhm.
So it doesn't really give you any new information. It just confirms the information that you have is correct.
Okay. And it's like
What skill check was that?
Tech engineering?
If I stick Annie with Android, is there anything possible that we could get on a higher roll? Like if
Yeah.
Annie were to try and help her confirm other things?
Yeah, if you get like super high rolls, then there's usually more information that you can get.
Okay, can I try to assist in fluffing out that information?
Sure.
34.
So are we adding that to the 26 or 24, whatever the hell I rolled? 24.
There you go. No, it would be it's gonna be the better of the two. Yes, that's fine to do, Alex. And yeah, you don't get any new information.
Okay, cool.
But both of you have confirmed that the information you have is accurate and correct.
Sweet.
You were also able to adjust for like gravy drift on some of the walls, so make sure that the model is more accurate. And then Alex, you wanted to paint a name on the side of the shuttle?
A name and a quick shape. So the name that the shuttle is now being named is Tabernacle. And
It's not Lagrange anymore?
no, this is for the shuttle. Lagrange
Oh, the
is
shuttle, duh.
This is the shuttle.
Okay.
Our shuttle, Tabernacle, with
Really?
with the Quebec flag on it. With
Okay.
the blue square with the white fleur de lis on it.
Interesting.
I actually
And
kind of love it.
Sorry, what was the name?
What is
Tabernacle.
Oh, fuck's sake.
what
Yeah.
does that mean for us uneducated Americans?
Hang on.
It's a very, very rude swear word.
Is it in French or is it?
You can take it to mean fuck for the sake of simplicity.
Yeah.
Multi-purpose swear word applicable across a wide array of everyday life situations. Tabernacle can be used to express irritation, pleasure, pain, outrage, anger, joy, discouragement, excitement, and everything in between. Name it an emotion, and tabernacle can somehow be used to convey it.
So is
that
Haye Hellefa?
Pardon?
Is Haye Hellefa in
Yeah.
Dutch?
I thought you said
Yeah.
bofa, and I was like, you're not getting me with that.
Yep.
Is it up dog, Jay? Is it up dog?
You don't know the meaning of the word.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Okay. So it's Quebec for fuck. Got it.
Yes.
One of the it's considered to be the most profane of the Quebec for fuck words.
Okay. So it's
The
Quebec
naughtiest
super
fuck
fuck.
I
word.
don't know why that got me so hard. Oh, that surprised me.
All right, got it. Yeah, you absolutely can do that. Let's do an art roll to see how good it looks.
It's better if it's bad, though.
I'm gonna go change my Twitter handle to the naughtiest fuck word.
Oh god. Would you
wait,
like to use a D6?
Can
at all?
I use all of the subscriptions to buy a bunch of D6s?
Yeah.
Russ?
Would you like me to just add one D6 to the counter and you use the other one right now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. Because it's gonna look horrible if you don't add a D6.
Yeah. Yeah. 60. It's not good. Which
And then under Guy's breath, he just goes, "Hey, bang, tabarnak."
yeah, it's like it'll do well.
Oh, this.
So like you printed out a stencil and used it, but like didn't put the painter's tape on quite right, and so some of the lines bleed over and it peels off a little bit of the paint when you pull the stencil off.
That works so perfectly for our crew, though.
It does. So like far away, it's gonna look fine, but once you get closer, you're like, wow, they did a shitty job on that.
Not
But it
speaking ill
works.
about any character.
Oh goodness. Yeah, you're good to go there. Anything else anybody would like to do in the day coming up to Doom?
I think Sparky would be trying to, because if I remember correctly, Sparky and Seth were going to potentially disguise to get in there. I can't remember if that was the plan or if that changed.
I don't think it's changed, so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we
That's
kind of
something
held
you'd
off
like
on
to go
plans until you could come back.
Okay.
again.
Yeah, so I think Sparky and Seth, Sparky would be finding Seth and like trying to work out a good disguise with him.
I think Seth is still going to have this conversation where he reminds you, like, all right, so you want me and you, the two people in all this group that the cartel is looking for the most, to disguise ourselves and just walk through the front door.
Well, it's okay. So what we could, when you put it like that, it sounds really dumb. But what we could do is have you say you caught me, and you're coming back. Because like, did they know you defected?
I mean, didn't you pretty sure the last time y'all saw Rip, you like told him like you'd claimed me, like, or something like that.
I don't think I was part of that. I don't think I would have told him anything like that. But okay, that's you know who might help in this? Lagu.
That's a
And
good idea.
Sparky would like try to raise Lagu on just like text communication. Just kind of a, hey Lagu, if you're still looking for work, maybe you could help us with breaking into the cartel base. Frog emoji.
Okay.
Was that on like the group chat or just a direct?
I think that was a
message to Lagu?
direct. Yeah.
Okay.
So like I think they're in. They didn't ask about money, which is weird, but like should be good.
All right. Maybe we should get like their input, like on the plan. See if maybe they have a better plan.
Why didn't you join the crew earlier? You're great at this.
I was kind of brainwashed by Rip, and forced into service with the cartel, and
I want to say I know what that's like, but I used to know what that was like before I forgot.
right, the
Forcibly.
memory thing.
Yeah. That thing. Let's go find Lagu, I guess.
Okay, that sounds good. And Seth looks very nervous. Where is Lagu?
What time of day is it?
Like early afternoon, I guess.
Other than like the bridge, the mess hall, like the gym and their room, where could they go?
I mean, literally anywhere on the ship.
Like, I guess what I'm asking is like, what's on the ship other than those like key locations?
Oh,
There.
okay. So yeah, you've got the bridge, the mess hall, the crew quarters, the cargo hold. You've got the vault in the cargo hold, the exercise room. There's the like little sort of hallways with the cryopods. There's the shuttle bay. There's a secondary cargo hold. The engine room. Having to mentally walk myself through the ship. There's like some utility and storage rooms, things like that. Maintenance hatchways to get in between the inner and outer hull. Airlocks scattered throughout. That's all I can think of off the top of my head. There might be more, but that's pretty much the whole ship.
There's the cheese shrine.
Probably, I guess, me, like, let's just say exercise room for sake of simplicity.
Okay.
Hi.
don't encourage it.
So you catch up with Lagu in the exercise room.
Okay. So when you said okay, did you mean like okay you're in, or like okay do you want to talk about money?
Seeing as Jesus technically already hired me to help with this, okay, suffice. If you feel like you want to thank me more, you two can give me your plants that the funny old one gave to you.
What do you want my plan? No, forget that. What? We need your help on the plan, because we don't have one.
So, yeah, like, Sparky was like, we should disguise ourselves and walk in the front door, or like, have me be like, hey, I caught Sparky! Totally not a trick or a trap or anything.
And then he
I was
told me that
thinking-
yeah.
Maybe you might have a better plan, because, like a plan.
Yes, well, this is not surprising, but it's really quite simple. What is it that you were supposed to come here for again? One that did not have any clothes on?
Think they mean you?
Oh, right. I mean, I came with clothes that all took them before giving me other clothes. eventually. I mean, they sent me here to get the doctor. So the doctor has like some sort of special knowledge. Well, I guess did have special knowledge about the whole memory experiments that they're running.
Precisely. So we just give them the doctor in exchange for what we want.
I mean,
don't
isn't
think-
the doctor part of your crew? Like that seems
Yeah,
kind of,
that's we don't trade people. Like unless they were like Rip or someone, but then I just kill him.
Well, and then I don't think they'd be part of the crew, right?
Well, no, but like we had the chance to trade. That's never mind. Like we're not trading the doctor. Like we could maybe use them for bait.
So we like make them think they're getting the doctor?
Maybe.
Alright. Fine, we let them think they're getting the doctor. But we should use the actual real doctor as the bait.
Well, yeah. What do we do when that fails? Because like that's gonna fail.
And we'd have to get the doctor back. Like
Yeah, that.
Has the ship of what's the face? Rip? Has Rip's ship left the station?
got a report like an hour ago that it was still in the dock.
I don't think so. I didn't hear anything different.
Alright, so we have our little friend, what was his face? Matt? We have our friend Matt put some charges on his ship and we threaten to blow his ship up if they don't let us out.
I mean, they've got... The cartel has a lot of ships. I don't think they're really going to care if, like, one is blown up. Oh, you mean
that's
because
like
Rip would be on the ship,
way
is
far
the
away.
assumption.
Yes, that's the assumption. If they can't get a hold of Rip, then they don't know that he's not on the ship.
Does Matt have access to explosives?
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't think that just the flight controller has that kind of stuff. Could maybe like release the docking clamps and or something like that, maybe.
Maybe like
And couldn't they just call Rip and be like, "Hey, you there?" And Rip would be like, "Yeah, I'm here."
Okay, listen.
it's really good.
I have how many, like, we are in crunch time. We are less than a day out from where we're supposed to go, and now you're thinking about how are we going to get in? Oh,
In my defense, Zanny's plan. Why are we planning this?
I don't
Why
know.
are
You
other-
roped... so it's just like, I don't
So
know. You
quick,
roped
like-
into this. I don't know. You roped me into this. Well, you roped
Quick,
me
like
into this.
5 frog emojis to Annie.
I have a new plan. Let's go with a new plan. I,
just
bring
a
it
string of
through.
musics.
the naked one, you, the neurotic one, and the
My name
doctor,
is Seth.
naked one, and I bring you three. I say, hey, take them, give me some money, give me this boy, and we're out. Or you can stop poo-pooing on all my ideas.
Well, I mean, well, you said that last part. That sounds like a great idea. How do I say this without crapping on your idea? What if they go, why don't I just shoot you and take all of them since you're at our front door?
Well, they could shoot me and take you all.
This, I know you just
Frantic
said don't,
frog
like,
emojis to Annie.
I know you just said like don't like crap on your plan or whatever, but that sounds like a horrible plan.
Okay, you know what? You know what? fine. You want to really get all espionage-like? I just forgot that I packed my invisibility suits in my backpack. Maybe I could just get those out, and you could wear them and walk and do your little shenanigans. Or maybe,
You have those? Yeah, that'd be great. Like that's perfect solution.
I think that's I think that's a joke.
no.
I can never tell when they're joking.
Let's go get the doctor. Get the doctor in an invisibility suit. I'll trade the invisible doctor for the very visible friend. And what was it?
Okay, I think they're being sarcastic now.
I think they're going space crazy. Is this what space crazy looks like?
You know what, Lago? We probably should go talk to the doctor because you seem a little stressed.
Okay, let's just take this back a bit. What does the cartel want that is not to do with you guys? What is something? Who comes in and out of there a lot that is not part of the cartel?
Would Sparky have learned
Prisoners?
anything about any of those people? Like anyone in the cartel potentially that might be going in and out?
I mean, aside from Rip, it's possible that somebody you know might, like, you might know a guy that knows a guy, kind of a thing. And you could reach out and try that route, but I don't think you would know anybody like off the top of your head.
Okay.
For instance, vendors, sex workers, perhaps any entertainers.
I mean, everybody there was pretty grumpy all the time, so I don't think they let in entertainers or entertainers.
Well, maybe they'd like some.
I mean, there's a lot of kids there, so I mean,
Well, that makes it
they're
even
the
better.
they're the cartel, but they still like don't let the kids see like, murders and adult content and stuff.
What the hell place are we going to? I thought we were going to the cartel stronghold.
Yeah,
Do
where
they-
they like they
Working
store
for them?
they store like it's the training camp for the young kids to learn how to like do cartel stuff, like steal doctors.
Oh,
Poorly.
easy! Easy! We send Daisy in as a child.
Yeah, actually, I'm on board with that one. That sounds pretty good.
You know how you have like your character voices in your head when you're in a game that, you know, kind of have their own little voice, and yeah, the Daisy voice is just like, oh fuck you guys.
Listen,
Oh,
this
goodness.
is due punishment.
Oh, absolutely. But I was like, oh man, if Daisy was here, this should be like, oh fuck you guys.
Yeah.
So that's like, I mean, good luck convincing Seattle that this is a good idea, but
What if we just didn't mention it till it was happening?
Oh, see, I like you already, Sparky. Look, I even decided to use your name. That's how much I approve.
I thought you just forgot.
No, I remember your name. I just choose when to use it.
all right, that could work. I need to not be around Seattle until he knows the plan. So like once the plan's already underway, because I will tell the truth. I can't help myself.
Sparky, are you sure you're done killing people? Because we could kill this one right now.
Why though?
This one seems not trustworthy. This one's a whistleblower.
I mean, is he? Are you?
I'm not a whistleblower. I just like see, Seattle's gonna be like, so what's the plan? I'm gonna be like,
Yeah, you can't
nothing.
keep your mouth shut. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna outright like run to Seattle and be like, "Hey, here's the plan," but when he asks, I'm gonna look suspicious.
Yeah, that's true.
We literally changed him to our side versus Rip's side in like 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
They had
No,
way better
not,
food.
not the killing. Just like we you know, like don't be near Seattle.
That's what I'm saying. Like just keep me away from Seattle and good
I mean,
plan.
like
And I didn't hear about this.
I feel like Annie's probably gonna be on board. I don't know about Android though. Cause like she's not like keen on Daisy right now, but like I don't know if she's gonna be okay if we just like send her into
But here's
the
the thing,
cartel.
if we send Daisy in, Daisy is able to hack systems better than anyone, aside from maybe Annie. Unfortunately, Annie's legs are too gloriously long for this kind of mission. She would not pass as a child.
That's true. Yeah. She's
So-
super tall.
Interesting use of adjective there.
So,
Log
Daisy,
is a leg person. Let's.
if she can get in there and get close to their systems, she can control things and shut them down enough so that other ones of us can go in and move without being seen.
Okay, who's going in?
Well, I was thinking, I'm a little bit hesitant about the naked one now because the naked one does not seem to know how to tell a lie. So maybe
I was trained in like stealth and grabbing and getting out. That's all I know how to do.
And
And
I
then that
actually
worked for your mission.
I'm actually pretty okay at sneaking around.
Yes, that you will be going. The loud boom boom one that just blows everything up will not be going. And I guess Seth can come as well. I cannot go. I am fairly okay at stealth, but if I get caught, I'm not very good.
Right. The mercenary's not
And-
good at getting.
Because like we could use a second hack person if things go south.
Look,
Yeah.
just as a little side note, maybe should ask Daisy if she's cool with this. I mean, she's probably gonna be because
I mean, eventually, I feel like
She's,
that's kind of like last thing.
like I got to talk to her a little bit while we were working on the shuttle, and like she seems like super down about.
Super good at erasing people's memories. Yeah, yeah.
You know what? I
Yeah,
think
she's
it's
real
a
good at
great
that.
idea. We should ask Daisy, but you know what? I think Annie should be the one to ask Daisy.
That's a hard sell.
Ah,
That's a hard sell.
see,
It is
your
a hard
plan was
sell.
going so great until you got to that part, and then it was just like,
I agree. I just don't know if it's gonna go
Listen,
over
I
super well.
I have 2 jobs. I am helping you with my first job. You need to help me with my second job. Actually, you don't need to help me. I don't want to pay you anything. But
aren't you already getting paid from Daisy to do the first?
What's the
part of
second
this?
job?
Daisy made it very clear to you. I'm supposed to help her be nice to people. And I think she needs an opportunity to talk to Annie, where they have something to talk about other than Daisy's outright betrayal and breaking of Annie's heart.
Right. Just saying, like she'd be on board with the whole like whatever it takes to make people not hate her. Was the impression that I was getting.
Yeah.
Let's go ask Annie if she would be willing to help us out with asking Daisy. If not, it's fine. We'll send Android.
I mean, just for the record, like I would rather not send Daisy into that.
That's nice.
But my opinion doesn't mean anything. So just
Good, you're learning your place.
Yeah, on a group full of like amnesic people that were all done wrong by Daisy, your opinion kind of means fuck all. No offense.
none taken. Just I had to, like I said, for the record, the purely just recording that I said this. Okay.
Why are you blushing?
had a lot of niacin today. I'm gonna go hang out in the by the cheese cooler. That way I don't run into anybody.
Don't touch it. It's been acting real weird.
Great. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess let's go find Annie to see if she's down to ask Daisy.
This won't be like watching a shipwreck in slow motion.
No. Be more like watching a planet slowly crack. So yeah, I would go with Lager to find Annie.
Where might Annie be?
I'd say that Annie probably stayed up with Android in the bridge.
Double heart cell. Okay. Unless Lagu wants to lead the way, I guess Sparky would.
Lago's fine leading. Lago's more of a
Lagu's
dog,
confident.
So
I'm sorry, Lagu's more of a what? You just gonna let that one slip in? Okay.
So Lagu would approach the bridge, and would Annie and Android be right next to each other?
I'd probably say Annie's not up in Android's business, no.
Yeah, we're probably not like right by each other, but I doubt the bridge is that huge.
So Lagu would first approach Captain and just very quietly say, Captain, we have a plan, but we need your approval before we go ahead and do it. We are going to be asking Daisy for her consent, but first we wanted to make sure that even if we did obtain her consent, you would be okay with it.
What is the plan?
Seeing as if anybody else were to go in, it would be suspicious. And seeing as Daisy is about the age of children that they're looking for, or that they have as hired people, or not really hired people, but anyways. We want to send Daisy in first to hack into their systems.
And what would she be hacking for? What would this accomplish?
Well then, Sparky, Seth, and possibly Annie could go in and retrieve the person. Liam?
Yeah, it's Liam.
Yeah, it's Liam.
Yeah. That's Sparky behind Lago, just be like, yeah, that's the one.
Do we truly trust Daisy enough to literally send her into the arms of the cartel?
I mean, either way, if we don't use her, if we try to use anyone else, my one plan that seemed pretty sound got shut down. But I respect the wishes of the rest of the crew.
When
What?
Android says, like, do we trust Daisy enough? Annie, from her spot in the bridge, just kind of lets out a huff of air through her nose like she's laughing.
Either way, if she turns us in, or if one of these other knuckleheads goes in and gets us turned in, we're screwed anyways. Plus, she is the one who's funding this whole trip. If it's just to get us all killed, then that's very extravagant, but...
You may ask her, though I do not know what her response will be. And I will not be doing anything to influence her one way or another. That would be what humans call hypocritical.
like your tomato plant.
When were you looking at my tomato plant?
Sparky would kind of sidle over to Annie while these two were discussing tomatoes. Hey, Annie.
She's probably just like going through like logs and information, whatever is available to her on the bridge. Not looking for anything in particular, but more so just like following up on like maps and stuff like that, whatever they were looking at before.
Okay.
Probably more of that. So she doesn't give you her undivided attention or anything, but she's listening.
Okay. As long as I've got her attention. So we think we have we have a plan. It kind of involves you if you're interested. It might interest you. We're gonna send Daisy in as a kid to hack in so we can go in and get Liam.
All right. So what part of that involves me particularly?
Well, two parts if you're interested. The first part is that you can come with me and it kind of looks over at Lagu like, were they coming? I think they were. I think it's me, Seth, and you, or it might be me, Lagu, and you. I can't remember which. But we're going to infiltrate after Daisy takes the systems down so we can get in and get Liam and get out. The part that involves you specifically is you asking Daisy if she wants to get, or rather, asking if she wants to get kidnapped, put into the cartel.
Right. And so what particularly in that part of the plan that involves me is something that strictly only I can do? Why should I have to ask Daisy when you are perfectly asking me the exact same thing yourself? You seem to be good at asking. Why not go ask Daisy?
Lagu kind of hears that the conversation's going south and kind of like slowly inches towards them.
Because you might like getting the dig at making Daisy have to get captured.
You know, Sparky, believe it or not, I'm not being difficult for the sake of it. This is not just, me being petty and wanting to get back at Daisy. I don't understand why you would think that, but having her be captured by the cartel is not a way for me to go, haha, look at you, this is payback. That's not what I'm looking for.
I think what my associate was saying is that you two have not been able to really talk about anything, and this might be something to talk about other than,
All right, Lagu, listen, I'm going to stop you right here. I'm just going to stop you. Here's a thought, just something that perhaps we can examine a little bit. Did you maybe think that I would be perfectly capable of talking to Daisy should I so desire? There have been plenty of opportunities for me to do so. Just following the line of logic here, from point A to point Z, there's nothing stopping me from talking to Daisy. Therefore, I must just not want to.
Okay, this next thing that Lagu says, he does it terribly. Well, you got me. Daisy thinks that I am a cold... What was that word? Dick. And that Sparky is too hyper. And basically, I think she views... she's still traumatized about Seth being naked, so we can't send Seth to ask her. So, It's just, you were the only one that could do it. And you're the only one who knows the technical terms that she'll need to know when she's hacking.
Oh my god.
Are you really trying to tell me that the reason none of you can ask her is because she thinks that you're too hyper and traumatic and that you're a cold-hearted dick? So none of you are willing to speak to her. Is you think that let's just play devil's advocate here for a moment. And she starts to look a little bit amused by now. Let's just play devil's advocate for a moment and say that that was absolutely true. That you are indeed a cold-hearted dick, and that Sparky is much too hyper, and that Daisy is, poor Daisy, grown adult Daisy is traumatized by seeing a boy without his clothing. That in that scenario, I would be the one that she'd be willing to talk to, despite my having raised my voice at her on multiple occasions. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Am I getting that correct?
If I'm being honest, it's because nobody else should talk to her about it. Listen, Seth's only been here for like a couple months at tops, not even. Seattle's her dad. Android's scary. And Lagu's new too. And I'm me.
Is there something wrong with you being you?
I don't know. Why don't you tell me? Because everyone on this ship seems to think I'm a fucking idiot, or that I'm a spaz, and maybe they're right. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I have all this shit in my head, and I don't want it anymore. And quite frankly, I don't think she'd go along with it because she thinks I'm a psychopath. So.
Also, if you scare her enough, she might listen to us.
I'm not here to try and scare her into doing anything. And she turns back to what she's doing for a moment. And it's the kind of silence that, like, just give me a second, kind of like, don't interrupt me. Just sit there for a second and let me organize my thoughts, kind of deal. Here's looking at you, Lagu.
Think about what you've done.
Yeah, she's trying to rearrange her thoughts, so she's assuming that y'all are going to be good little crewmates and let her do that. So she turns back to what she's doing, and there's a pause. And then she doesn't look back at you guys, but she says, I'm going to talk to Daisy about this. And it's not because I'm looking to scare her into agreeing with a plan, and it's not because I forgive her, and it's not because my anger is just pettiness and I'm looking to stay angry for no reason. I can assure you that it's not any of those things, but it's about the fact that this mission is very important to me, and I'm not going to let her go in there by herself and risk fucking this up for a kid who doesn't deserve to be there. So yeah, I will talk to Daisy and give her this absolute crazy concoction of a plan that you've made, and we'll see how it goes. I cannot make any promises, but we're not letting her do this alone, either way. So
I didn't plan to let her do it alone. It's complicated.
Well, anyway. I'll talk to her about it.
Thanks.
Also, Annie, notice, maybe not, entirely up to you. If you feel like doing something with it. You might notice that they've been talking about Seth involved in this conversation, and Seth is nowhere to be seen.
I like to think that Annie does notice Seth. Particularly, one, because she's still not over the fact that he straight up put a gun to her forehead, but also the fact that she's intrigued by his total switch in the way he speaks to her when she's around. She actually thinks it's quite funny. So I do like to think that she notices when he's not present. And yeah, they have been talking about him, so I think she notices that.
Okay.
But in terms of this particular conversation, she is done with it.
Yeah, Sparky, pretty much as soon as they say thanks, they just kind of leave the bridge.
Lager does as well, and it's like, that went exactly as expected.
That was
Lager.
okay. I guess we should go get the shuttle ready. Oh fuck, is Seattle gonna ask questions?
Just as Daisy's on the shuttle, we just say very quickly, oh, by the way, we're sending your daughter into the cartel.
What's Seattle doing during all this? Is he staying on the ship?
I was going to pitch to Seattle. I think that Seattle and I will be on standby in order to go and retrieve Daisy should anything go south.
Okay, so it is 7. Okay, yeah, gotcha. Okay, yeah, that works. Okay. I'm gonna go sit in the cheese cooler room for a bit.
You should probably get a plate for Guy or Seattle.
I wasn't gonna eat anything. I just wanna.
Oh yeah, but on your way out, if you could bring a plate for Guy to just kind of, soften them up.
Because cheese makes everything better.
Yeah. Okay. I'll. Yeah, he likes the weird blue one, doesn't he? Okay. Yeah, I can do that. So Sparky would head off towards the cryopod.
Yeah. As soon as you get there, there's Seth just leaning up against it, doing nothing. So, how'd it go?
I mean, as well as expected, I guess.
Not bad, huh?
Annie's still gonna do it though.
Oh, hey, cool. That's good.
Uh-huh.
The question with comments was, why the hell has the cheese cooler become the hangout spot? Because we don't have a water cooler. That's why.
Yeah. Theft. Space theft has just occurred.
Oh god, jinx. All right. So, Annie, you're
Yes.
looking for Daisy, I presume.
Yeah, so just as a little note, as soon as they left the bridge and could no longer see Annie, just when you've been trying to hold on to something for a moment and then you let it go and it's just your whole body's that's the way she is. Every bit of her anger exhausts her, and she just kind of slumps into her chair when they're gone. And it takes her a few minutes to kind of recharge a little bit, and get her battery restarted. But yes, then she goes to find Daisy.
Daisy is currently in the shuttle bay.
Yeah, assuming that Annie knows that. Does Annie know where she is? Does she have to track her down?
I imagine you can the little tablets or phone texting thing. You could just see where each other are on the ship, or at least where your phone is, kind of a thing.
Okay, cool. She goes to Daisy then.
Okay, so Daisy has currently got a paintbrush and is trying to fix the logo on the side of the shuttle. Seems very absorbed in it and is swearing a lot under her breath.
Where is Guy again?
Seattle's probably inside the ship working on the modules.
Inside the shuttle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he rattling around in there? Does Annie? I mean, Annie probably would have seen that he's in the vicinity, so.
You can see like his legs hanging out.
It's the equivalent of like legs hanging out from under a car.
Yeah, but it's like literally hanging.
Yeah, so Annie comes in and crosses her arms and kind of leans against the door frame. And she waits and just like waits to see if Daisy notices her.
Daisy seems like very like hyper focused on trying to fix these lines, and then finally sighs and goes to put more paint on the brush, and that's when she notices you and about falls off the little scaffolding thing that she's sitting on.
I'm not gonna say that Annie laughs, but internally she's laughing.
Yeah, there's like, you know, the stereotypical young girl scream as she falls over and almost falls off the thing.
Annie just goes, whoops.
Sorry, didn't expect to be there. I didn't hear you come in. I'm trying to fix. My dad sucks at painting.
Yeah. A little bit, I suppose. Can I talk to you outside for a second?
Sure.
She like looks
a little-
pointedly at Guy's legs hanging out of the shuttle, so she kind of like jerks her chin in the direction of outside.
Yeah, like Daisy kind of does the like furrowed brow a little bit, like the I was not expecting this kind of a look. But like just sets the painting stuff down and grabs her jacket and follows you out of the shuttle bay. It's kind of like putting it on as you get into the hallway, the jacket, and goes, yeah, what's up?
Annie turns around to face her, with her hands across her chest again. And she says, well, the others have come up with a plan.
Okay.
I've been sent to tell you about it.
Okay, is the plan like murdering me or something? Like why didn't Sparky just, or whoever, just come tell me, like whoever came up with it, why didn't they just come tell me?
You know, Daisy, I asked the same question. Didn't get a straight answer.
Oh, that tracks. Well, what's the plan?
Annie's eyes dart back the way they just came, like to make sure that Guy hasn't come out yet, because she knows that Guy will have some objections, and therefore that is why she called Daisy out. But once she's, oh, go ahead.
I think Daisy would pick up on that like the second time, realizing what Annie keeps looking at, and
Yeah.
Daisy's like, "Oh, he's trying to get the shield matrix to connect to the control panel, and it's giving him trouble. He's going to be in there for at least an hour."
Annie just gives one nod, and then focuses her eyes back on Daisy. And this is probably the first time that she's actually like looked Daisy properly in the face in a while. And she's trying not to let like too much emotion show on her face, but she's properly looking at Daisy, like having a conversation. And she says, well, they want to send you into the cartel because you are the appropriate age to do so.
Okay, like I walk in there and go, hey, I want to sign up, kind of a thing.
They didn't give me too many details. I would assume that this is a plan in the making, but they wanted me to get your input on it.
And Daisy's like keeping a facial expression and body language, trying to be like as neutral as possible, but not in a like I'm being standoffish way, but like an awkward, I'm trying to be neutral so I don't upset you kind of a way. And it's like forced because you can tell she doesn't want to act neutral, like she wants to act friendly. So it's a little bit awkward, but she does a pretty good job of maintaining that composure. And responds, okay, so that also tracks, not a full plan. So they want me to go in, I guess because, well, they're looking for Sparky, they're looking for Seth. They want the doctor, so that's a bad idea. They'd recognize Android right off the bat, too. My dad will literally blow up the complex, so that's not a good idea. Yeah, I'm the most logical choice. Okay. I'll do it.
You have no other questions.
Oh, I have lots of questions. But I'm the most logical choice, and I mean, it should be me.
Right. Well, I guess it goes hand in hand with that. But given that I don't entirely trust you to do that, there's no way in hell I'm letting you go in there by yourself.
Alright, well, I mean, it should just be me. You shouldn't be risking any of you for this. Like, this is on me. I should be the only one risking my well-being. And as far as not trusting me for this, like, all the stuff I did that was obviously bad, that is making everybody hate me, like, I did that because I hated the cartel, like, and you all were associated with them.
Annie holds up a hand to interrupt Daisy. And she says, look, I'm not looking to rehash this. I'm not looking to have this discussion again.
Daisy
And
just,
I'm
like,
sure...
like, waves her hand like, no, you don't understand. Like, I'm saying, like, I'm not rehashing that or asking you to forgive that or talk about it. I'm just saying my motive for that was because I hate the cartel. I still hate the cartel. I'm not going to go in there and do anything that would fuck this up.
Annie sighs and looks pointedly at her again, like, don't interrupt me, please. And she says, yes, and I understand. However, I'm not really interested in this very moment what your motives were. And as for it should be you, this is also apparently my little brother that we're going to save. And like I told Android before in the mess hall, I would be doing this on my own if you guys decided that you weren't going to risk yourselves for it. So whether, you know, you have something to atone for or not, this is still my family. And I'm going to be there, and that's something that I'm going to do. So it's got nothing to do with my opinion of you or anything that I think that you should pay for. I'm not letting you go alone because this is important to me, and I want to make sure that it gets done correctly.
Great. All right, fine. Well, let's figure out the rest of the plan then, and we'll go do it.
Annie kind of stands there for a moment again, because this is where they would usually like joke or something and you know, nudge nudge, we're friends. So the absence of that is still extremely strange, even for Annie. And she just gives another nod, and then kind of.
I imagine the silence in the corridor is deafening.
Oh, probably. You could hear a pin drop. But then Annie kind of like motions, just like juts out her chin and motions back to the bay where they came from, as kind of like sending Daisy off, I guess, before she turns around and leaves.
Yeah, Daisy will just be like, great, well, I guess let me know when you get the rest of the plan, or if somebody wants my input on the rest of it, I'll be in here. And she just turns around and sort of walks away. Not like super abruptly, but just doesn't say anything else.
Annie goes to find Sparky.
All the music shift right there too.
Yeah, no, it's Sparky's still in the cheese cooler room with Seth. I think they probably left the door open, at least somewhat. Because if remind me if I'm wrong, the cheese cooler is where Daisy was found.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's in
was
that vault in the cargo bay, right?
Yeah, it was that cryopod that got changed to the cheese cooler. Yeah, so it's in the vault.
Okay, so yeah, you can if you're looking, you could probably see that the door is a little ajar. You might be able to hear Seth and Sparky talking. Oh, Sparky's in trouble.
Why do you automatically assume that Annie's going to come kick your ass?
Why do you assume that it's just Annie that makes Sparky nervous?
Very, very true.
Fair.
Yeah.
Also, because you worded it like that.
You are handing over my daughter to the cartel.
Yeah. And?
Me worded it like that? How did I word it?
Oh, why are you so scared that Annie's gonna come kick your ass? I wonder.
Okay. Granted,
Make
that
her
was
heart
a little
skip a little.
aggressive, yeah.
The past is why. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so she'll probably kick around until she's able to find you both.
Do you open the door slowly, or do you just kind of like?
What does Annie hear as she's coming up to the door? Like, are you guys just?
So like, why were you naked? I didn't catch that bit.
Because they took my clothes. Like,
Why did they take your clothes?
I still don't know. It was really weird. I thought that, something horrible was about to happen. I guess they were looking for, like, trackers or something, but I was like, you could have just given me, like, other clothes?
Couldn't they have just done like a boo, like see if you got it?
That's what I thought. It was very odd, but
That's real
like,
weird.
everything's fine now, so
that
it's...
doesn't normally happen. That's not. I think.
I'm not sure if that makes
All
me
right,
feel
so
better
this is
or
the
worse.
conversation
Yeah.
that Annie
Yeah.
pushes open the door to. She hears this as she's approaching, and she's like, "What the god honest fuck?"
Leave these kids alone for 5 minutes.
Yeah, she pushes open the door and just comes on in.
Okay, Sparky kind of like stops mid-sentence, like a spooked deer in the headlights.
Annie
Hey,
kind of raises
Annie.
an eyebrow at them.
I think like Seth continues for like a full sentence before realizing that Annie's there. Like why are you? Oh hey!
What's up?
I can't with Seth. I
Yeah,
love
I know,
Seth.
right? Seth is the goodest
Annie
boy.
Annie just kind of gives them both an amused look for a moment. Before turning to Sparky and just being like, well, I talked to Daisy.
And?
And she's down for whatever you guys have concocted. I would like to also say, and this is more to save your ass than anybody else's, but I did take her out of the room that she was in, so Seattle knows nothing.
Oh, thank fuck. Okay.
You're welcome, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Annie. Like, just for...
Annie does have this hint of amusement on her face when she says, "You're welcome," by the way.
Mhm.
So there's a little tiny itsy bitsy bit of warmth there.
Because, like, if Seattle finds out we're sending his kid into the cartel, he's gonna crucify me. He's gonna put me on the front of the ship.
All right, so worrying about your life later. So what precisely are the details that you've worked out to this point? Like what? Okay, so we're gonna send Daisy in. What else?
I was kind of hoping you would help with that because it's your thing. Listen, I don't remember that much, if at all, from anything that I was taught, and like I'm just starting to get some of the sneakiness back, and that's like as much as I really want to get. So I figured we just, I don't know, get her to turn off the cameras and sneak in. This was a half-baked plan from the get-go. I'll fully cop to that, but this is your plan.
Well, interjection here. Most people don't really volunteer for this program. So maybe if like Lago took Daisy in as like a bounty kind of a thing,
Or
that might
Annie.
be more convincing.
Oh, hang on. What if? What if you and I, we put on like helmets, right? Put on helmets and like matching suits, right? And then Annie is like our boss, and she brings in Daisy as the bounty. And then we're
All right. Well, I wasn't going to go as far as helmets and suits, but you did kind of hit the nail that I was going for.
Well, but they know us. They know our
I
faces.
am going to be bringing Daisy in. That's non-negotiable. That's what we're going to work with.
Okay.
This is my brother, and this is Daisy. Need I say more? I'm going.
No. You were. That was part of the. We just didn't know how.
We're more figuring like the how more so than the who. I like the helmet idea because like they're not gonna check our ID like at the gate unless we try to go in.
Yeah, exactly. Like we're just hired, muscle.
And there's a
Well,
chance
if-
that they know. Like, didn't you like previous past life work for the cartel? Annie.
Not to my knowledge. You guys all know that part, but I'm not quite sure.
And like,
but
didn't you use like a fake name? Tell me you used a fake name.
Are you asking me or asking Annie?
I'm asking Annie.
Annie's just like, listen, I looked up whatever information that was given to us at the start, when we all did that little Google search.
I remember.
I didn't turn up anything. There's nothing for me. I don't know where I come from.
I mean, that's probably for the best.
Okay, well then.
But Sparky, I'm not gonna walk up to the gate and be like, hi, my name is Annalise Belmont. Nice to meet you. Let me in, please.
Yeah, that'd probably be a bad. You're being sarcastic, right?
Yeah.
Got it.
No, that's sarcasm. Yeah.
I'm getting better at picking that up.
Yeah.
Annie kind of like
stop leaving it everywhere.
side eyes Seth and like rolls her eyes.
Gives a shake of the buttons.
Seth just looks at Annie and goes, right, yeah, that would be great. Well, if that's the case, then they probably won't know who you are at this place.
Well,
So-
there was that little situation with, were they visually talking to someone, or was it just on, like, audio communication? Because remember how she was like, hey, I have an idea, and then she tried to charm them?
Right.
Was that a visual thing, or was it just a call?
I want to say that was visual.
And most
It was definitely
communications
audio.
are visual in this universe, but we can say it was audio only.
I mean, no, if you want to say visual, I'll work with it. I have a plan to work with it, in fact.
Given how careful you were being with all of that, I think you probably would have made it audio only and been like, oh, there's something wrong with my camera.
Okay, that works either way. So yeah, Annie's just like, well, they haven't seen me either, so.
Yeah,
Fake
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Big old fake ID, and then okay, so like, presuming they don't gun us down on the spot, what do we do after that? How do we get Daisy in and like talk with her while she's in there? Because like we can't, you can't like she can't babysit her, right? They don't have babysitters.
I mean, there was Bob, the taskmaster. He'd make us get up in the morning and turn out the lights at night. And...
Right, so there's no babysitters, but like, how are we going to communicate with Daisy while she's in there?
I don't think you're going to be able to.
So what do we do?
I mean, if I'm able to get in with Daisy, then we could have just a local comm set up.
How are you getting in with Daisy though?
That's the question. But if we were able to do it, then at least she wouldn't be alone. There would be two of us instead.
I love that text from Lagu to Android. In case everybody can't read.
Getting Seattle to agree to you letting give both of his daughters to the cartel.
It's funny that you have a choice.
For those who can't read that on the stream, there's a text from Lagu to the Android that says, Captain, permission to request crew member head count. Ship feels quieter than usual. May just be because Seattle has not blown anything up today.
Can I run a scan of the ship just to see that everyone's on there?
Sure.
I have concerns.
What would I roll for that?
So adds tech engineering with the ship's computer as the bonus.
Okay.
I'm sorry, can I interrupt for a moment? Where was Rip hiding?
You don't know where Rip is hiding.
Yes, I know, but you told us,
think.
the players. I'm asking as the player.
It was when the camera panned over to Rip being on the ship, it was
Nat 20!
Uh-oh.
in a dark, cramped space.
Plus my 6, so that would be you're supposed to double the number you got, right?
Add 10 to it.
Add 10 to it, so that would be a
30-something?
48.
Fuck me.
Raven, she better spot him.
Jesus, I fucking hope he can't get higher than a 48.
Would you like to use a D6?
Fuck off.
Use the D6.
Yes, I'll take a
Use it.
D6. Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Please roll higher than a 2.
Hold up, let me find my...
I think he said he didn't roll that well.
The
Give
first
it to this.
time, I just rolled again.
5.
It's a
Okay.
53.
Or 53.
Mhm.
I don't have a character sheet for Rip because he shows up so infrequently. I just rolled 2d20 and I rolled a nat 20 and a 19. So,
Jeez.
holy crap. Yeah, they're, all the crew is accounted for, and there's an intermittent little heat signature, between the inner and outer hull.
Oh, this music is
Over the intercom, over text message, only text message. I'm going to type, all crew members report to the shuttle bay immediately.
So like
No
mid
frog
conversation with Annie, just like, no frog
Yeah,
emoji.
it's-
Oh shit, it's serious.
It's gonna be like as if you got like an Amber Alert on your phone, just quietly,
Right.
it interrupts everything. This is a push notification.
You get the like,
There's like-
burp.
It's like a frog emoji, but then like the caution symbol next to
Yeah.
it.
It's a frog emoji in like a full suit, spacesuit.
It's an oxalotl emoji.
Oof. Oof. Look at the time.
So
Let's-
you all got that too, right? Seth's holding up his little phone.
Yeah. Cam never does stuff like this. Oh, well, I don't mean never, but like.
Whatever joking that Annie was giving off,
Mhm.
whatever little bit of warmth was there, automatically just totally freezes up. Like she's ready to fight. Like,
Where's my
this
crossbow?
She's
There's,
freaked out.
Okay. There's a reply all from Daisy that just says, Dad and I are already in the shuttle bay. We'll stay here. There's a message from the doctor as well. It says, on my way.
Sparky will send back like Annie, Seth, and I are in the shuttle bay as well. Is that everybody? No.
Lagu would say that they're on their way as well.
Okay.
I
I'd be
think-
worried.
Once everybody is there, probably but Lagu, I imagine Lagu and the doctor probably show up around the same time. The doctor just comes briskly walking in with a med kit just in case. But then just sort of sits down on a crate.
So Captain's gonna come in, and is Lagu there? I mean, I assume they would show up
Yeah.
around when I would. Okay. Before anyone says anything, Captain is going to put her finger to her lips. And then hold up a tablet showing a recording of what she just saw.
So there's an extra heat signature.
Guy's going to sign to her and is like, Annie, Daisy, with me, we can run a more thorough check through the engine room. And all in fine.
Captain's just gonna nod.
So,
Sparky will like gesture at Lagu and Seth, and then themselves like.
Like, the rest of you stay here, that way we only have 2 pockets of heat. So, Seattle's gonna take Daisy and Annie, because they're his 2 go-to computer people. Down to the engine room so we can basically tap into the sensors and adjust them should they need to be.
Okay. Has anybody been looking on the sensors while doing all of this?
I'm keeping my eyes on it.
Okay. So you'll notice shortly after everybody's in the cargo bay and you have that conversation that the intermittent heat signature disappears.
And who's still in the room with me?
Everybody.
Oh, I thought some had gone
Is
to
this
the
like
engine.
just before they left?
Yeah, like just before everybody leaves.
I'm gonna hold it up again.
Seattle's going to suggest that she run a hull check.
A what check?
Make sure that none of the airlocks have been opened or closed. Make sure there's nobody wandering around outside on the hull.
Curious question. Say someone is wandering between the holes, right? If somebody were to, I don't know, maybe open all the airlocks, would maybe someone get yeeted out into space?
If they were between the hulls and not... Sorry,
Okay.
just dropped my dice. Not secured to something, then yeah.
And we can also, like, just vent all the air out of the between the hull areas.
Okay, let's remove all the air from between the whole areas.
Okay.
And then I'm
you're
gonna
able to
run.
do so.
Okay,
Takes
I'm gonna
about
run another.
2 minutes to fully vent all the air out.
And can I run another whole? Can I run a whole check
Yeah, what exactly are you looking for?
to see if there's like any damage or like anything weird on the outside of the ship?
Okay. So just because the order that things are done in is important. The first thing you do is vent the air out.
Correct.
The second thing that you're doing is checking the hull, the outer hull, for damage or anything out of place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead and roll tech engineering for that step 2.
I was going to say, at the same time, can Seattle and the two continue to watch for the heat sensors on the inside, basically see if anything comes out of the walls?
Sure. Also roll tech engineering.
All of us?
Yeah. 37 from Daisy. 26
20
from Android. Oh, plus.
But
Oh,
Six.
can I include
So
my
32.
My engineering tools?
No, not for this because this is tech.
22.
22.
Yeah, no, 23.
32.
Okay. Android, you do not notice anything out of the ordinary as far as the hull goes. There's no sensors saying that there's damage. There's no sensors saying that, there's like some weird mass on the hull. Or even like if you were looking for, say, like magnetic boots on the hull, like signs of something magnetized, it doesn't show that either. And then Seattle, Annie, and Daisy are looking for what specifically again?
The non-crew member heat signature / heat signature just coming out of the wall.
Right. You do notice a spot that does seem to be emitting heat again.
What spot is that?
It's roughly where the intermittent heat signature was coming from. It disappeared for a bit, and then after you vented the atmosphere, the heat signature showed up again.
Seattle grabs a gun, messages and sends the data to Captain.
Okay.
It's like, I have a gun. What do you want done, Captain?
Go to the heat signature. Any other armed people go with him.
So Lagu is armed and will go.
Yeah, Sparky would go as well.
Daisy just looks around like, can I get a gun? No? Cool.
Yeah, Seattle's like wanting Daisy and Annie to stay here because he does not want Annie shot again by somebody.
Before Sparky leaves, they are going to go over to Daisy and just do like a quick, like, there's a whole crate of them down here. Just go looking. Don't tell them I told you. And then heads after them.
Daisy's gonna give Sparky like the first genuine smile she's given like in days.
Listen, no matter what shit she's put us through, another gun is another gun. Like,
Yeah, I totally get it, but she does give you like the first genuine smile in like days.
Yeah,
And
Sparky
says
would kind of
that
do
you-
just like a.
and she just says that you told me what, and then wanders off to look for the guns.
Oh, we lost Lisa.
Oh no! Oh, right in the heat of it. Heat of the
The
moment.
heat signature of it. So she'll be right
What?
back.
Okay. Oh, just that bad joke. That's all.
God, I'm loving how much this game has just basically turned into a giant thing. Do not tell Seattle anything.
No, don't tell Seattle. Listen, the last time something went wrong, they blew themselves up almost.
Well, I guess we can do whoever's going to look at the heat signature. We can do that part while we wait for Lisa to get back. Excuse me.
Seattle's gonna definitely do it through like pincher style for approach with Sparky and Lagu. Basically
Okay.
covers as many escape routes as possible.
And I assume you're wearing environmental suits?
Yup.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to access the inner hull, and Seattle's coming from the right side, Sparky's coming from the left side. And there we go. Got Lisa back.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry about
Oh my
that.
god, you had me panicked. I was like, what's,
Sorry.
there we go. All good.
Sorry. Let me just move the cameras back again. There we go. And, okay, so the only thing that you missed, Seattle and Sparky are doing a pincer movement in the space between the hulls while wearing environmental suits. As you get up to that spot, you notice some sparks coming from some wires that are sort of sticking out of a conduit. Would you like to do a mechanical engineering roll to see why they are sparking out of it?
Yes. Can I use my engineering tools this time?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Again. 17 plus 6 is 23.
23. So what you notice is that it looks like there's been a short in the cable. So the casing around the wire has melted, and two wires are sort of arcing back and forth, and it's generating some obvious electricity and heat.
Seattle's just like, and starts doing repair work.
Okay. I will also say that you know that this is something that can happen on this class of ship.
That's exactly why he's going, ugh, because, oh
Okay.
god, we got paranoid over nothing.
Okay.
Sparky's still fully
we though?
paranoid. Like
Seattle messages like the captain what the problem is and stuff. It's just something he can repair fairly quickly.
Are you gonna tell Lagu and I?
Yeah, signs it to
Okay.
you.
Okay.
Like, yeah, it's a thing that happens on these ships.
Is there anything else that anybody else would like to check, look for, scan, anything of that sort?
Would actually.
Yeah, that's with Lagu.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm sorry, my character's a dumbass sometimes.
Sparky, again, being extremely paranoid, wants to look at the wires and see if it looks like it was purposely done, if it wasn't just like a random short.
Sure. It's mechanical engineering.
Okay.
Also, do
yeah,
you guys tell Annie and Daisy that everything is good?
I would presume
Yeah,
so.
send it out via the text.
Okay.
Okay, so that I thought it was just an Android. Sorry.
That's what I heard too. Could I use, Raven, my profession assassin?
Sure.
Could I add to that? Okay, good, because I only have 5. That's 21 plus 6, so 27.
27. And Alex, what was your total again on your
23, I
Mechanic?
think.
23.
23? Okay. I will give you this. It doesn't overtly look like it was purposefully done, but because of your assassin training, you know that this is the type of malfunction that is easy to fake convincingly.
Okay.
Can Annie do another search for heat signatures on her end just because she too is a paranoid piece of shit?
I mean, let's be real. Rip's been chasing us since like for
Exactly,
ages.
and she saw
Absolutely.
that ship, and she's nervous.
Hey, welcome, Raiders.
All right, Saito.
God
Thanks
damn
so
it!
much for that
Can I?
5-party raid. Thank you so much.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, you do have 96 available.
Yeah,
and
that's what I was
3
gonna
crits.
ask. Can I do another d6?
Absolutely.
Don't we only have 8? Because I thought we used one already.
Alex gave us a couple.
Okay.
Also, you all got one and I got one for the tweet. We're at 10
Right.
interactions. Speaking of which,
Totally paying
throw that link
attention.
out there again. Because at 20 interactions, you all get 4 plot points. And then at 30, I get 4 plot points.
So for Annie, that's 29.
Nice.
26.
So you're looking.
I did use the d6.
Oh, you did?
That's
Okay,
what it is.
thanks.
Yeah.
So 29, and you're looking for heat signatures in the ship.
Yeah. Yeah. So anything other than now the little group that's in that area.
Yeah. Once they repair the wires, that heat signature goes away, and all you're seeing is heat signatures from the crew.
And as far as she can tell, there's nothing else.
No, there's no other heat signatures.
Okay.
Sparky's gonna like half sign, half text to both Lagu and Seattle. Like, this could still be someone. This kind of thing is easy to fake. So maybe
Yeah.
don't drop your guard. Let's just
Actually-
pretend that we think it's okay, but like
Actually, Sparky, do an education check, and you can use the assassin training on that as well. I want to
Dun
see
dun
if
dun.
maybe you remember something.
that is a 24. Should I use a d6 on that?
Sure.
I think I'll use a d6 on that.
While you do that, can Annie take Daisy and go back to the bridge?
That's a 30.
Yeah. So 30, you remember not so much your past life, but you do remember that someone at some point taught you how to fake heat signatures, and this was one of the ways to do it. And you're pretty sure that person was Rip that taught you, but the details are pretty fuzzy. It's like on the line of like actual memories versus like skill memory.
Right. It's like a weird dream like kind of.
Yeah.
So
Muscle
partway
memory.
through telling them like, well, maybe we should just keep our gut. And they immediately message Captain like, get Matt. Talk to Matt. Did the ship move?
Hey, I contact Matt.
Hey, how are y'all doing? It's good to hear from you again.
Did the ship move?
In your ship, or I mean, your ship's moved.
Matt.
Oh, right.
Matt.
The dude
Awkward
ship that
right.
you had me watching. No, it's still sitting there. Hold on. You hear? Yep, still there.
He's not on it.
I mean,
You-
we can't really. We're not allowed to like go inside and check, but
How not allowed are you?
Revolution, Matthew.
I mean, like,
That was the time, Matthew.
like we get fired and then probably arrested and
This is the sword of Michael.
go to jail.
I will find you new employment.
Yes.
Like the jail part is also a thing.
That has never been an obstacle for my crew.
Is this part of the union thing?
Yes.
Where's Where's Android having this conversation?
In the cargo bay, I think.
Yeah, I'm still in the cargo bay.
Okay, Annie
Oh my
takes
God.
Daisy and goes to the bridge.
Right. So Daisy has a gun now. Just has a pistol and is like, so do I still need this?
Yes, let's go.
Also,
Okay.
Lagu roll the sight check.
Oh, what are you looking for, Lagu? And where?
Just in their area, like if there's any hints that somebody may have been there doing quick work, or like if there was anything that would hint that there could have been a person around here.
And where is here specifically?
Lago's with
Seattle and Sparky. Yeah.
Okay. 31 is pretty good. There's some like footprints in the dust, but it's an evac suit footprint, and all three of you are here in evac suits, so it's kind of hard to tell if it's one of yours or if that was like, you know, somebody else. But that's the only sign that anybody's been here. And that's like even if you rolled a 60, that still would be the only sign that somebody's been here.
Yeah, Lagu's going to kind of sign, not like literally, not literal signing, but just kind of like motion, like timey, like I want to go in between and do a perimeter check.
Like between the holes?
Yeah.
We'd have to put air
Okay.
back in them again.
No. No,
They're all in.
We're in
they're all
EVA suits.
Oh, okay, yeah, go for it.
Oh, that's the
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as we're in our suits.
Kids are wearing snow pants, whatever, go inside.
Guy loads up Guy's personal guide to the inner hull of the ship.
Perfect.
To Lagu's thing.
Before we
So-
do that, poor Vanessa's been trying to get Annie and Daisy to the
sorry.
bridge for a while now.
It's
Um,
okay.
Yeah, Daisy follows you to the bridge. Was there something that you wanted to do?
Yes. Annie wants to bring up any and all camera feeds that they have on the ship.
Okay.
Also, that being said, are there any avenues of surveillance that would not be immediately accessible to Annie? Like, is there anything that would require Android's input in order to bring up, like, or can she access everything?
You can access everything, but I will tell you, you already know there are blind spots in the surveillance on the ship. Mostly on the outside, not so much on the inside. But there's still blind spots on the inside too, but
Yeah.
especially like, bathrooms for one.
Yeah. Even knowing that, like, she just wants to have that cushion there so that if something happens to move out of a blind spot, like, they can still catch it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, just as kind of like a safety net, I guess. She just wants to have everything up and accessible.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll tech engineering.
If Annie takes her holo card off of her necklace and uses that in the system, would she gain those advantages?
No, because you already have full access to it.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's see.
It's more just a matter of like how well you're utilizing what you have access to.
Oh, no. No. I got a nat one.
Oh no. You're not quite sure what you did, but somehow you put all of the cameras into diagnostic mode, and it's gonna take like 2 hours to run the full test. And you get the
Are
message
you
like, please don't turn off your
serious?
computer while we do this diagnostic.
She like slams her fist down on the console. She's like, fuck.
Daisy's just like, I saw nothing. Um, what were you trying to do?
I just wanted to pull up all of the surveillance feeds.
Um, okay, well, technically we could try to interrupt it, but it might corrupt things. Are you wanting to look inside or outside?
I wanted to bring up everything we had. I know that there are some spots that are obviously in and out, but it would have been nice just to have everything displayed so that, we could monitor.
Yeah. I can see if I can speed this up.
All right. Something seems off to me. I can't. I know that I shouldn't be as paranoid perhaps about this as I am, but
No,
how about
you seem pretty justified in being paranoid about it.
she stops herself from rolling her eyes. But she looks at Daisy and all of the bullshit that they're going through is not there. She's putting that aside. This is strictly we need to make sure that everybody is safe. That's our priority right now. So she looks at Daisy and she holds out her hand for Daisy's gun. And she says, "You give me the gun and try to get this stuff up and see if we can fix my mess."
Sure. So Daisy pulls the gun out of her pocket and does the gun safety stuff, making sure it's not chambered, puts the safety on, and then grabs it from the barrel and hands you the handles facing you.
There's the smallest smidge of hesitation before Annie reaches out and takes it.
Okay. And then Daisy takes her coat off, does the super mid to late 90s thing of tying it around your waist. And then sits down behind the computer and just starts, very fast.
I wear my jackets like that.
Space fashion.
I do too, but I also grew up during that time, so. Yeah. And let's see how she does.
Come on, Daisy.
36 plus 16. God tier. She cuts it down to 5 minutes.
Oh, thank God. If Annie was in better spirits, she would blow Daisy a kiss. But she does relax a little bit. She'll have time to be embarrassed about fucking up something so simple later. That's not on the agenda for right now. But she does take Daisy's gun and yeah, she she takes that and she motions to the. Yeah, I got distracted.
Yeah, honestly, I was kind of starting to lean the same way too, but
Blow her a kiss, you guys, you monsters.
Hey, I'm
I'm not going to judge how people show their appreciation.
Blow her a kiss! A kiss! Oh my goodness. All right, anyway, moving along. She's going to motion for Daisy to stay where she is, and she's going to say, all right, you take care of this. I want you to pull up all the feeds that you everything that we have access to. As soon as you're able, pull it up and contact me via comms as soon as you have visuals on everything. I'm going to do a sweep.
Okay. Yep. She just gives Annie a thumbs
I
up.
think at that point,
keeps.
Sparky would send a message
Gotcha.
to the whole crew, just saying like, keep your guard up.
Excellent. Extra anxiety. uh,
I got excess. I got to give it around.
yeah, so Annie is going to, with that message in mind, do a sweep, like systematically from the bridge back, and she wants to make sure to hit the blind spots. So that is her plan of attack.
Okay. And you're able to do so, and I basically will let you like take an auto success on that roll. You don't notice anything out of the ordinary.
Okay. She'll make her way back to Daisy then and do a second sweep. But she's going back to Daisy now.
Okay. Yeah, going around, and you're just like, you're walking like the corridors, checking the different rooms and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any and every blind spot that she can think of that wouldn't be touched by cameras, even the spots that would. She's checking everything.
Okay. I assume like even the air vents, the bathrooms,
Yes.
the showers, all of that. Okay. Yeah, you don't notice anything.
Full horror movie. This is horror movie protocol.
Gotcha. Are you going like in between the hulls at all, or like that type of stuff, or are you just leaving that up to Sparky and Seattle and Longview?
Leaving that up to them.
Okay. Then yeah, you don't see anything. You make your way back to Daisy, and she's got the cameras all pulled up. And they confirm the same thing on the inside of the ship. You don't see anything. And on the outside of the ship, you check all those cameras, and you also don't see anything. Though, again, there are blind spots in the outside cameras.
Annie's gonna lock the bridge door. She's just gonna lock her and Daisy in there.
Okay. What else would you all like to do?
So Lago is exploring the in between the holes.
Okay. Anybody that's doing so, make it a site roll and a tech engineering roll. And this is, if you have something that applies to computers, then you can apply that.
Sorry, what are we rolling for?
Site and tech engineering if you are in between the hulls.
I got a 23 on site and a 28 on engineering.
Okay. 28 on engineering, and then, okay. Would you like to use a D6?
Please.
How many do we have left? Yeah,
Seven.
Enough. We got enough.
right now. Yes.
Sparky's jumping at shadows, but a 26 on tech engineering.
Okay.
5, so that would be 29.
29.
Wait, oh, sorry, 31. 31.
31. Okay, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, 29's not enough, but wait a minute, that should be, yeah. 31's enough. You notice some very carefully concealed wiretaps into the ship's camera system.
All right, I'm gonna start removing those and inform Daisy and everybody else of them.
Daisy immediately replies back, those aren't mine.
Seattle replies with, we will talk about yours later.
Like, no, like, I don't have any. Like, those aren't mine. They're not mine, so they're somebody else's. That's alarming. She's like, it's like a few seconds later, there's like a frog emoji. It's like, Sai, don't do that. And like a 2-second pause anymore.
It's like, yeah, that's what it is, yeah. No, so Seattle's gonna basically go through the entirety of the insides of the hull and checking over all of our wireworks and stuff.
Okay, that's gonna take quite a lot of time. Tech engineering one more time for something.
Okay. Yes, please. Anybody who can help me, please help me. I'm also rolling a d6, so that'll be 21.
Okay.
26.
Not gonna worry about the d6.
Nice.
Because that even with 6, that wouldn't help you there. So it's gonna come down to your help. Your help doesn't notice the thing that I'm thinking of. But after a while of doing this, like after you've been at this for like an hour, Daisy and Annie are the ones on the bridge, right?
Yes, ma'am.
The two of you see that you're getting a call from the space station.
Annie accepts the call.
Hey, it's Flight Controller Matt here. Your captain and I didn't really finish our conversation about going to check out the inside of the ship. I'm a little hesitant to do that, so I didn't. But it took off. Thought you might want to know. It left. Just FYI.
How much do you know about that classification of ship?
It looks cool. Like a fighter-looking ship. It had guns on it. Looked fast.
Are you aware of any form of autopilot capabilities?
No, not really. I mean, it could, but I'm not like the spaceship guy. Like a lot of guys are like they're into ships. They can tell you like, oh, this ship has such and such horsepower behind the engine. I'm not really into that sort of thing.
Why are you in the line of work that you are then?
'Cause I need to eat, and they had an opening, and it's a horrible job. So we're I just realized he's talking to Annie, not Android. But that'd be the answer.
Annie patched Android in. It's fine.
There we go. We're getting ready to do that whole union thing, though. Everybody's on board. So we're gonna go through with that. Probably shouldn't have said that on an open channel. It'll be fine.
Like I said, prison has never been an issue for my crew.
That's good.
Annie's just like, all right, thanks for your help, Matt.
He just gives you the thumbs up.
Annie does finger guns.
Okay.
Oh, she's back to her old self. Phone it for a moment. Raven, can I roll a gut feeling
Sure.
while we're down here?
Kind of surprised
I
nobody's
want to
done
see
that
if
yet.
this is. Yeah, I just realized I had intuitive from the last level up, and Sparky's got a sinking feeling about something. I would like to roll gut feeling about this whole rigmarole of wires and wiretaps.
Oh, I forgot about gut
All right.
feeling. Been long.
It's a 28, and I would like to roll a d6 on that if everyone's okay with that.
Go for it.
I will make that a 33.
You've got a bad feeling about this.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
You had a bad feeling before, but it's even worse now.
You know that rumbling you hear in your stomach? Yeah, it means there's trouble coming. What is that supposed to mean?
So the rest of it.
Sorry. Oh my
Here's a high
god.
price for bad Han Solo impression. Got a bad feeling about this.
God.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Yeah, you have a bad feeling about this. You feel like there's something fishy about the fact that the ship just took off.
Mm-hmm.
Get the sense that you're still in danger, even though it would appear that there's nobody on the ship. So even though signs are pointing to that you should be okay, you still don't feel okay, and it's a little bit more than your normal anxiety.
Do I get a sense from that of Rip is coming, or do I get a sense of Rip is here and or like was here and isn't here anymore? Like is it more of a Rip's coming or Rip was already come and gone?
You get the sense that Rip has been actively hunting you and is coming for you all, but you're not clear on if it's coming for us on the ship or is somehow invisible on this ship.
Right. Okay.
But you definitely, even though signs are pointing to you're not in danger, you know that you are in danger.
Wait, what if he's Seth? Okay, so I'm just Sparky's gonna progressively
Just peels back this big vinyl mask.
Yeah, exactly.
Except didn't we have Seth naked?
We built a map together.
Like he would have to have like a young man's full body skin suit, and I don't like that sentence at all.
Like,
they're
in the
just
name.
layered. They're layered masks. Like
Oh,
you peel off a Rip
gross.
mask and it's a Seth mask, and you peel that off and it's a Rip mask, and then you peel that off and it's Seth underneath all of it.
What is this?
This
The
is my
movie
alter ego. I
Clue?
call him Tear.
I'm kidding. What are you all doing?
Um,
Also, do
I'm-
you all need a break? Because I just realized we didn't take one. Because
Yeah, I was waiting. I was like, when is this shoe gonna drop? I'm gonna let the Lagu in Seattle know because I'm with them. That like I have a sick to my stomach feeling, not my general everything's trying to kill me feeling, but like something's trying to kill me feeling.
Seattle still plans on basically being like, the only way we're going to be able to do this is by, well, we could flush all the atmosphere out of every room one by one.
Or the whole ship at once.
What if he's in a suit? Then it's us in suits versus him in suit. Remember how Annie got shot? Remember how there was oxygen the last time she got shot? What if there's no oxygen when she gets shot again? Or me, or you, or Lagu?
We could do a whole ship sweep together as a crew, starting from one end and working to the other end, and the end that we end on would be the end where there's no out of that end.
Like a wave? Like we, cause maybe he just comes around us. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what he's capable of.
It'd be pretty easy to lock down like the vents and stuff. We could cut off as many possible routes and then drive him into a corner.
Also, if you cut off certain places, even I could go there because I don't breathe.
Exactly.
But I think for the meantime, nobody should be alone.
Which means we have to use the buddy system.
I think, I think right there would be a good place for a quick break. But before we go to the break, you knew it was coming. The camera's gonna pan away from the crew talking.
Ah.
It's going to pan to the outside of the ship, where on an airlock, which is in one of those blind spots that we talked about, Rip is in an EVA suit with his like leather cowboy belt, holding him onto the hatch of the airlock, just sort of dangling off the side of the ship. And as the crew's talking about the buddy system and figuring that out, Rip just undoes the belt and lets go and just drifts off into space.
Oh.
Thanks, I hate it.
And that's where we'll take our break. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Go hydrate, grab a snack, stretch your legs, whatever you need to do, and we'll be right
Go
back.
for a run.
Ah.
And we're back. And go that here. I'm just gonna play some musical cameras a little bit again. There we go. So yeah, when we left off, everybody's getting ready to keep looking for where potentially Rip is. Yeah, our audience camera saw that Rip had just let go and is now drifting off into space. But you are getting ready to do something. What were you getting ready to do?
Do a sweep of the ship.
Okay.
Yeah, we were going to do a basically close off as many exits and whatnot and do a sweep of the ship.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to do so. Nothing turns up. I'll say that you, just to speed things along here, any idea that you have works to do a sweep of the ship for within reason, obviously. And the only other thing you find after all of that searching is that one of the alarms to one of the airlocks was disconnected.
Seattle's going to request that the captain do a scan for any local small floating objects.
Like around the ship?
Yeah, just kind of nearby.
Do I just roll tech engineering for that?
Yeah, with the ship's computers as well.
16 plus, so it'd be 20.
You notice a few small heat signatures within scanning range. And the ship identifies them as things like like small satellite type probe things that have been decommissioned. So like that sort of space waste. A couple of them register as like a ship that that dumped out their physical waste, biological waste, and the heat is still evaporating out of the like chunk of frozen crap.
Well, out of character, I hope he bumps into all of it.
That's all the ship sensors show back.
There's nothing abnormal around the ship.
Seattle is going to request if the captain can possibly get a visual on these small objects, because he's getting the feeling our senses aren't necessarily telling us what's actually there. In fact, Seattle is going to suggest they go out in the shuttle and take a look.
You're welcome to.
If you want to go investigate every small little heat signature, it will take you the better part of like 24 hours.
Worth it if there's a moving psychopath on our ship.
Of slow, tedious driving the shuttle around work.
Is there any objections to this?
Well, I mean, you would have to ask the person whose brother we are saving.
Annie? Because he would have heard all of our conversations about saving Eddie's brother.
Sorry, you said Annie would have heard this discussion?
Well, no. Annie's being included in on this discussion because it's your brother that we need to go and save. But he would have heard all of our discussions about going to save your brother.
Okay, so are you contacting Annie from where she is in the bridge to ask her about this?
Yes. We're asking her
Okay.
opinion on what to do. If you're okay with us going through every single small piece of trash out here to find out if one of them is ripped.
I probably would rather we not waste that time.
The only problem is Rip knows all of our plans for getting your brother out.
You suspect.
Pretty sure.
Well, wherever he's gone now, he's not going to be sticking around, so I doubt taking all the time to comb through all of these signatures is really going to do much good for us, considering, I'm sure if he's out there somewhere, he's going about his business. He's not just going to float around and wait for us to catch up to him. So by the time we get there, he'll probably be gone if that's what happened.
Excuse me. All right. It's your call on this, so Seattle's gonna kind of bring things in to start getting ready to go for.
Sparky would message Annie, just to confirm if the plan is still the plan or if we're changing it.
She responds that it is the same to her knowledge.
Okay. Sparky would pass that information on to Seth then. Just like, we're still a go, I guess. Potentially.
Okay. Captain, do you go straight to the planet that you're trying to get to then?
Yes.
Okay. Given how much time that you spent searching the ship and everything, I'm gonna say you're nearly nearly there. And you've probably got enough time to catch a little bit of sleep before you arrive. Does anybody sleep?
No. Not Annie. She's doing something different.
Seattle's going to the captain to ask what the plan is because he's heard nothing about what the plan is at all.
Fuck. Sparky is practicing in the gun range.
Captain's in her quarters, but not asleep.
All right. Well, there's a knock, knock, knock on the corridor door.
Enter.
Seattle comes in and just like immediately goes on the side. So what's the plan, boss?
Daisy did not tell you?
No, I didn't know Daisy was involved in the plan that much.
We're offering both your daughters up as sacrificial lambs.
Hey.
Also, what was that nat 20 for? What in the world?
Oh, Daisy's doing stuff.
Oh, okay. It's like, wow.
Thank fuck for that.
Pardon?
It was decided the only way that they could get in without being suspicious was to have Daisy enter as a recruit to the cartel. She is young enough.
What do you mean, both my daughters?
Do you not consider Annie one of your own? I have heard you refer to her as such.
Yes, but
She is going as well.
No. We'll figure out a different plan.
You may try to convince them otherwise. I told them it was up to them, since they are the ones going in, not me.
This is a bad plan, Captain.
It is better than the other ideas they had.
What other idea could be worse than this?
I believe they just wanted to try to knock on the front door and sneak in and hope for the best.
I was gonna say Seattle met this crew.
Okay. Whose plan was that?
Sparky's, I believe. Lagu at one point suggested that the doctor literally be given over. With no chance of rescuing him, just hand him over.
That sounds like Lagu. Whose plan was it to give Daisy to them?
I believe Lagu as well. Sparky was involved. Annie agreed, and Daisy agreed.
Alright. Where's Lagu right now?
Scanning. Where's Lagu?
Lagu's actually at the gun range with Sparky.
You will find both him and Sparky at the gun range.
Wonderful, thank you.
You're welcome.
I think Daisy actually will go to the gun range as well. She shows up after the two of you are already there. Sparky and Lagu, you can both do a sight check if you'd like to see if you notice something. But it's not a big deal if you notice it or not.
It's always a big deal if you give me that kind of option.
Okay. Sparky
14.
doesn't notice. Lagu, you notice Daisy's walking a little funny.
What the fuck did Daisy do with Seth?
It's not anything like that. Oh my god.
Yeah, you like literally.
It's not that.
How funny is he walking?
I'm gonna pretend that I heard
He's
none of
fine.
this. Anyway, Daisy's doing what now? What are we
We're
noticing?
way too progressive.
Exactly.
So would you
She's
guys like to
walking
hear about
a
my
little
forecast?
funny is all. That's it.
Okay, but like how? Like how?
Yeah.
funny? Like-
There's multiple ways to walk funny.
Like Charlie Chaplin funny, or like I fell off a ladder funny?
Or like, my tailbone is broken funny.
Or like I'm hiding a gun in my pants funny.
Why is no one saying the one we're all thinking?
Because butt sex is off the table right now.
I was gonna say TOS, but
Okay, I can see how that would have been misinterpreted. But no, it's not because of anything sexual. But it is more likely trying to hide something in your pants, kind of walking around funny.
Does this girl really not own a
notice?
purse?
What? Why are you walking that way? What's in your pants?
Lagu, we don't have that type of friendship where we talk about what's in my pants.
You know what I mean, Daisy.
Do I? Do I know what you mean? Daisy just starts channeling Sparky a little bit here.
If it's a gun, neither of us care if you use it. In fact, we should show you how to shoot it.
Oh, it's not a gun.
Well, that's one thing that's not in your pants.
This really isn't making the conversation better. No, if I'm going into a cartel place where they're probably going to take my computer, I need to make sure that I hid certain technological things in places that won't be found.
Okay, but if you walk like that, you're gonna get caught.
Oof. Really hope she used lube.
Not going to go into details. You had to roll really high to pick up on it, too.
Oh.
But you did. So, he's like, I'll be fine by the time we get there.
You know, just bring some wipes or something.
Sparky is decidedly ignoring everything that's being talked about at the moment and is continuing to fire downrange.
Yeah,
Just-
Daisy and my reaction are pretty much the same. She's just like, oh my god, stop talking.
Lago is just very matter of fact because, you know, they've done like weirder stuff during their
Yeah.
This is just seems pretty standard to them. They're just like, it's kind of like, oh, I'm just giving you some pointers. Like, it's not like Lago doesn't understand like that this would be an uncomfortable conversation.
Lagu doesn't understand shame.
They're so good.
Daisy's pretty much just like, I'm gonna do what I have to do, but I sure as fuck don't want to talk about it. Like, don't worry about it. Let me worry about that. But I'm making sure that I can take down the computers, even if they take my computer away. Then she puts on a set of head ear protectors and starts practicing without saying anything else.
How good of a shot is she?
Fair. Not great. Fair. You get the impression that she probably got most of her shooting skills from, like, VR first-person shooters. Not actually firing your gun.
You need to spread your legs apart. Give yourself a wide base so you don't go back as much.
Hey, Lagu, we're not gonna talk about what I'm doing with my legs either. Let's just not have
Please
that conversation.
let me know which one of these phrases Seattle comes in on.
I think that one. We're not gonna talk about how far apart my legs are.
Seattle comes in. Seattle wanders over to Lagu. Seattle grabs Lagu by the back of their jumpsuit.
Hey, Lago has a gun that they're shooting right now. Like,
Uh-huh.
I'm sure Seattle is aware.
Uh-huh.
Lago does a jerk reaction to try and pin Seattle down to the ground with the gun pointing at them. What do I need to roll?
It's gonna be opposed might checks. You can also use nimbleness instead if you would like.
So I gotta roll might too?
Yeah, they're opposed rolls.
25.
You tie, so you re-roll.
30.
Lagu does manage to, like, get the two of you on the ground, but then fails to execute the pen with the gun. So you're just both kind of on the ground at this point.
You can't just sneak up on somebody like that, you old coot! I had a loaded gun in my hand!
Seattle is gonna try and straddle Lagu and sit on top of him, like, and pinning him down with the chest, and, like, pointing at him with angry face. Or them with angry face.
Okay, might roll for Seattle, nimbleness for Lagu.
Oh! Well, Seattle's pinned now and feeling weirdly. Wait, when did Lagu get hot? This is weird. No.
Is it only when they have a gun pointed at you? Do you got a weird kink that you want to talk about?
You end up in some compromising looking position. Daisy turns around and goes, something you two want to tell me?
What the hell, man? I have a gun! And there wasn't.
You're trying to kill my daughters. If they die, you die.
Oh my goodness! Don't you know? I know that she's the one who's paying me. Why would I want her to die? If she dies, I don't get paid.
There's a group text that goes out from Daisy. Who told him?
Captain.
Is this on the comm?
Like the group text thing, yeah.
Yes.
Daisy just sends out like an audio clip reaction, and it's that clip that's been going around TikTok a lot lately, where it's just like, God fucking damn it, Dave.
I'm just surprised she doesn't take a picture of Lagu and Seattle and just send that as the reaction to the captain.
That happens too. She just doesn't send it out. There's several pictures of that taken.
I'm on my way.
Might send one to Captain, and that's it.
Oh, and from underneath where Seattle's pinned, Seattle like turns the glare and the point on Sparky too. I know it was your idea too.
Sparky doesn't turn around and does not stop firing down range.
Lagu just looks at Seattle and is just like, okay then, what's your plan? You got a better plan?
I would have liked to have been included in the plan before y'all agreed to this.
But you're not in the plan.
Yeah, no shit. That's why I'm upset.
Daisy looks at.
We didn't invite you.
Daisy looks
Nobody
to,
invited me.
to Seattle and goes, this kind of reaction right here, I think, is why they didn't tell you.
I would have been okay if you'd let me know. I know both Annie and Daisy are very competent, but I would have liked to have known before you sent them out to be possibly killed.
Okay, but they haven't been sent out yet, and you know, so we didn't do anything wrong.
Yes, you did, Lagu.
No, I did not.
This is not how you make friends, Lagu.
What did I do wrong?
Has the captain arrived by now?
Yeah.
Still on the ground.
I realize that many of you refer to me as the mother, jokingly, and now I'm starting to wonder if it's not a joke because you all behave as small children. Get up.
Gestures at Lagu.
I'm going to pretend I didn't see that word come to your hands. Get up. Everyone.
Again, gestures at the fact that Lagu is sitting on him.
Lagu.
Lagu just reluctantly just like gets up, but like shoves Guy further down as they do.
Can I roll for a dick punch or a crotch punch at least?
Oh my god, yeah. Attack roll, melee attack. Lagu roll. You get to choose which defense since this is a first attack.
What dice roll should it be? Oh, sorry, no, wait, it's just a melee, so it's full to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. 20.
So do I just roll like a defense, or do I roll a d20?
You just choose which defense you want, dodge, deflect, or block. Deflect does get a bonus against melee.
I feel like this is much how everybody else felt that one time Mira decided that she was going to sink her teeth into Sahil's arm, and Jonas was just like,
For once, it's not me, so I'm just excited.
Daisy's kind of standing over by Sparky too, like, hey, they're not all pissed off at me.
And Sparky continues to fire downrange and does not look at anyone.
Daisy just like standing next to Sparky with like the hand on her chin, going like, yes, nice grouping, gun talk, bullet words.
Bullet words. Yeah, I've got a meme to make afterwards.
Yeah, literally doing stuff like that. Acting like she's not a part of whatever's happening behind them. Okay, what was it's a tie. Both reroll. 18 to was that to dodge?
23.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, hold on. That 20, was that for deflect?
No, that was dodge.
Dodge, okay. Now is it dodge as well?
Yeah.
Okay, then that's gonna hit, yeah. So yeah. Seattle punches you right in the crotch.
It doesn't matter what type of genitals you have. That hurts.
Yeah.
Seattle.
One does hurt less than the other, though.
Depends. I mean, if you nail that pubic bone, oh.
Has somebody who's been hit in the crotch by a softball? No.
Ew.
Yeah, they have
by a hard ball.
They have gills for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Suffice it
so
to say it's a very vulnerable spot on any person, and
there's a lot of nerve endings there.
It inflicts some pain on Lagu. So yeah, there's that. How does Lagu react?
Well, Captain's gonna say Seattle.
Lagu's probably like close to standing by now, but that would have hurt. So, but they have some adrenaline, and so they're gonna try and beat Seattle's ass.
Oh god.
Guys, we're in the middle of a panic situation here. Can you please
had to
refrain
happen.
from having a pissing contest at the gun range?
Happen sometime. Oh my god.
Don't make Mom bring out the blades.
Oh, fuck. Please do it. I mean,
okay, yeah, it's you know the rule now. It's melee attack versus a defense, but just pick a defense and kind of stick with it this time.
I'm going
like
with
not
flex.
this time, but like moving forward, because you're in combat now, not just a surprise attack.
Yeah, I'm going with flex.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack there, Lagu. That's a
So
19
that'll be a
to
19.
deflect. Oh, holy crap!
Oh fuck!
roll 1d6.
Mm.
So that's 4 non-lethal damage there.
How much damage did I get to do when I hit?
I thought that was gonna be the end of it, so I wasn't gonna make you roll, but yeah, go ahead and roll like a d8 for hitting such a sensitive spot.
8.
Okay. So
You're
keep
nearly
track of
hit
your
her.
damage. Keep track of your hit points, and just keep in mind that these are like temporary damage. Like, you're not gonna die from this if you run out of hit points.
If I have anything to say about it, they might.
I love that Annie is just peacefully like doing her own business in her quarters. Like none of this is touching her.
Yep. Seattle or Android, either of you can go at this point. Because Lagu just went. Daisy leans over to.
No, Seattle's gonna try and pin Lagu back down to the ground because fuck it.
Alright.
Seattle's gonna be on top, damn it.
Opposed might rolls, or Lagu, you can roll nimbleness to try to, like, slide out of the way. Daisy leans over to Sparky and goes,
Nice.
I've got 10 credits on Android, on Captain.
Oof.
That was a might.
You're muted there, Jay.
Was that a contested might roll?
Still
Yeah.
muted. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a contested.
And Seattle's on the bottom again.
Can I roll Daunt, please?
Absolutely you can.
28.
Fuck 'em up, Lisa.
Nice. That's gonna be a 28 to your discipline to avoid
24.
not being daunted. Captain is scary as fuck right now. You just got like, Mom just called you your full 3 names in a very
fuck.
angry tone, and the footsteps are getting closer, kind of in trouble.
Seattle's going limp under Lagu at this point. No. Give up and take it.
What does Lagu do?
Lagu just gets up as if nothing happened and is like, just Mom.
So Seattle's basically doing the littler brother, the older sibling started it, and I'm the victim here by going limp, and Lagu's just like, nothing happened, I didn't do anything, I don't know what you're talking about. Is that basically what's going on?
Yeah.
No, Lagu gets off of Seattle and just kind of goes cold and is just like, yes ma'am.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I asked both of you to stop, and you escalated. I don't care who started it. I'm ending it. She's gonna look at Seattle and just like, get up.
Seattle gets up.
Sparky,
Daisy just like
That's why
elbows Sparky.
Sparky finishes the
Captain, talk to
clip. Sparky finishes the clip, sets it down on the counter, and takes the ear protection off. But they don't turn around.
Sparky.
I'm listening, Cap.
From what I understand of human listening habits, making eye contact with somebody indicates listening.
And Daisy has already turned around with ear protection off as soon as Sparky finished the clip, and is like locked eyes with Captain, like, yep, nope, I'm paying attention, I'm listening, I'm being a good kid.
I'm the good kid.
Sparky doesn't turn around.
The captain, just to be a butt, audibly releases one of her blades.
Sparky kind of jumps up against the counter, but still won't turn around.
Sparky.
Assuming Captain doesn't do anything to stop this, Daisy's just gonna sort of like slowly walk around this this encounter and go to leave. Just be like, is it cool if I just go, like, just motioning that?
Daisy, you're part of this.
Okay.
And Sparky, you're a part of this too.
I'm listening, Cap.
Everyone in this room is going to discuss the mission we're embarking on very soon. And you're going to do it without throwing fists, without drawing weapons. You can insult each other, I suppose. But you're going to be adults. The fact that I had to come in here and find 2 crewmates brawling when I could have been peacefully reading about tomatoes in my quarters.
Sorry, that's out of character.
I was gonna say if Seattle actually like laughed at Captain, she would have punched him in the face.
Sorry, no. Seattle takes the captain very seriously.
We're taking on the cartel. Murderous people that we were all once a part of. Is this how we're going to accomplish anything?
Not to spoil the mood, but I do have to interject something. Daisy types a text to Annie saying, like, holy shit, Captain's going like full mom mode on everyone. They got into a fist fight. You might want to see this. Goes to send it, and then changes her mind. and looks sad.
Just to let you know, she would have answered.
I know. But Daisy's like, just kind of autopilot went like, oh my god, I have to tell Annie about this, and then realized, wait, dude, she's mad, that's not gonna help, and doesn't send it.
Thanks, I hate it.
So, now that Seattle is in on what this mission is going to be, all of you are going to explain to him why.
Well, I tried that, but he decided to pull me by the neck when I had a gun in my hand.
Nobody reacted well to this. Nobody reacted well to this. Nobody is without fault here.
I'm sorry, but my first reaction when somebody attacks me from behind is to punch him.
Yes, my first reaction when somebody attacks me from behind is to fully abdominally eviscerate them.
I'm just saying. What? At least he's not dead. He would have been dead if he'd done it to you.
Well, I hope he would be smarter than to do that to me. Seattle, don't jump on people's backs who have guns pulled.
Then maybe teach them to keep the whole crew in on the plan before just having to have them find out that both of the people they consider to be their daughters are going to be sent to the cartel.
That lapse of logic is theirs.
We already know I don't think logically.
Yeah. I'm going back to my quarters. I will be monitoring this room. You're all going to calmly talk about this. Good night.
Night, Captain.
And with that, I'm going to walk out of the room.
Daisy, kind of like clicks X on the text message, and it just gets like saved to drafts, and types up a new one to Annie that says, "Hey, Captain just like went mom mode on Sparky and Seattle and Lagu. There was a fight, since like one of the pictures of Lagu on top of Seattle thought you might find it funny. We're going to discuss the plan now, though. And then sends that.
It takes a minute for Annie to respond, but then she just sends back where?
Gun range. Well, actually not gun range. She sends like a frog emoji with like a pistol emoji.
Annie sends back, be right there.
And then Daisy just replies back, okay. Alright, Annie's on her way. So we can discuss all of this without punching or kicking or screaming.
Seattle doesn't sign anything, but there's a definite sense that the punching may not be over.
Daisy's gonna look at Sparky and go like, you still got that stun gun, right? Muted again.
It's because I'm in a different window. Sparky just nods.
I mean, I'm not saying, I'm just saying.
Sparky nods twice.
Does Annie like come straight there, or does she delay or detour or anything like that?
No, she goes straight there.
Okay. So with everybody except for Seth, the doctor, and the captain in the gun range, is there anything anybody wants to like open the conversation with before we close out the session?
Annie walks in and she looks at Guy and she goes, "So, heard you got your ass kicked."
Daisy just like puts her hand over her mouth to try to stifle a giggle. Doesn't do a great job of it.
Seattle looks to Annie and is like, "Heard you decided to do a plan without me." Dead faced. Like, he actually looked a little bit hurt.
Annie signs back. And she says like, I'm deciding if I want to be nice or not, but she just signs back and she says, "Well, we're going to discuss it now."
Tell me the full plan before I kick Lagu and Sparky's ass again.
Annie signs back and she's like I said, looks like you were the one getting the ass kicking, but okay, let's have a discussion.
There might be the tiniest grumble of, maybe I like it that way, like sarcasm.
This is what we're all laughing at, by the way.
What?
Said I had a meme.
Yep.
Apparently that's how I communicate now.
Fantastic.
Look what you've done to me.
Lago's gonna just kind of speak and not make eye contact, just be looking off still, stone-faced, and be like, "Listen, Seattle, if you had calmly come in, you would have found out we made the plan 2 seconds before we had to do the whole sweep of the ship. We didn't really necessarily have the time to tell you about it, did we? We also didn't want to freak you out before we had consent from both Annie and Daisy.
I am more freaked out not having known the plan.
And finally, we don't even know if we can even still do that plan because there could have been somebody on this ship connected to the cartel."
Rip.
So we're not setting Daisy and Annie.
Daisy
Annie-
speaks
Oh, go ahead.
up. Daisy, I guess, speaks up first, and I'm still on board with the plan. It's the best plan that we have.
And then Annie responds, even if somebody was here and heard that plan, they wouldn't be expecting us to go through with it, knowing that, we know they know.
But what if they move your brother, just in case? What if we get there tomorrow and he's not there?
Well, then we'll let Dad do what he does best.
You're agreeing to let me blow this place up?
I mean, I don't care if you blow it up once, innocent people are out of it. Or mostly innocent people.
Alright, I like this new plan better.
But that's the plan if Liam's not there.
Yep. If Liam's not there, we blow it up. Otherwise, we blow it up after we get Liam out.
Sure. But don't blow it up while I'm still in there. Don't do anything until I can bring down the security system.
Well, yeah, that would make the most sense. You're the best at this stuff.
No shit.
My problem was I wasn't included from the beginning.
The doctor still doesn't know. You're not the only one left out.
Daisy does look to Seattle and go, I was going to tell you when there was a opportune time to tell you with, the full plan without, variables still undecided, and then, there's the whole
You could have
searching
told
the
me at
ship
the same time as you told the captain.
We were still working on the plan when we told the captain, and then that's when we saw the heat signature. I would have told you before I went in there.
Seattle kind of rubs his hands over his face, and he looks to Annie and Daisy, and he's just like, I want you to understand that I'm not going to stop you from doing things I know you can do. The fact that you didn't trust me to be able to be okay with you doing dangerous things, I'm sorry I've given you that impression.
Daisy kind of sighs and goes, it's not that I didn't trust you to be able to handle it. I just wanted to make sure that, we weren't halfway through planning it before I told you what the plan was, so that way you wouldn't worry. And then, of course, all of the stuff happened, and I didn't want to tell you in the middle of all that because we had other things to worry about.
Seattle, cups Daisy's hand in his cheek, and, gives her, the little stroke with the thumb before signing. Is I will always worry about you, now that I know about you. That isn't your responsibility to manage.
She kind of gives Seattle, a small smile. And just kind of nods and goes, all right, fair enough.
And then Seattle, points to the side to Annie and is like, same goes for you, Missy.
In the most sarcastic way she can muster, she signs, yes, Dad.
Okay, Seattle may be feeling a little bit of happy, warm fuzzies.
Let's say, even Daisy gets a little smile at that.
Annie just rolls her eyes. I will not be babied at 25 years old.
Anything else anybody would like to add before we wrap it up? Alright. Well, then I think there we will wrap up the session for this week. Sorry we went a little bit long today. But next week, we'll finally get to the planet and actually do this thing. So I'm looking forward to that.
What do you think?
With a half-assed plan, as usual.
It is happening! Damn it! So help me, I will teleport you to the planet. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, this was delightful. We're going to go around and talk about our favorite part and where we can find everybody online, and then we'll do a raid. There's a lot of really good candidates for Raid Cry, so let me know what your suggestion is in the chat, and we'll go with one of those. And let's start with Lisa. What was your favorite part of tonight's session? Where can we find you, and anything else that you'd like to share?
Favorite part was probably going full mom. Old pissed off mom. But yeah, a lot of good times. A lot of anxiety surrounding Rip. But yeah, I will be here next week, and that's about all I have going on. But yeah, good times.
Awesome. Riley, what was your favorite part? Where can we find you, and anything else you'd like to share?
I don't know. It was a really good session. Fighting with Seattle was very interesting. It was very entertaining. And then also just the different interactions in the crew and stuff like that, and seeing how the crew was able to pull together and like actually try and accomplish something.
Yeah.
You can find me everywhere online at Ariel Knits.
Awesome. And then Alex, what was your favorite part? Where can we find you online, and anything else you'd like to share? Alex? Still there?
I am muted.
Okay.
I apologize. God, there was so much fun stuff, and like, it's also interesting because people are slowly starting to forgive Daisy, or at least not forgive as much as be okay with Daisy again.
Or at least find other things to be pissed off at.
Yeah. Also, the fact that all of y'all went under your way to like purposely don't tell Seattle. And Seattle's most upset that you did not tell him, as opposed to the fact that you're putting these up for sacrifice. He does not like it when you put it that way, but he also knows this is probably the best plan. But at the same time, why the fuck did you tell me?
Everyone else gets to be inflammatory. I can be inflammatory too sometimes.
I honestly was like, no, this is Captain exploring personal interaction.
That's great.
Complete her not stopping Seattle when he went for Lagu, and that now she's chastising him afterward.
Oh goodness.
There are consequences to your actions.
Those consequences are called Captain. Oh goodness. Where can we find you online, and anything else you want to share?
You can find me on Twitter, Agent Boss. Currently, I will be having an art Twitter up properly pretty soon. For all my artistic stuff is going to go up on there, and make Agent Boss more just my personal Twitter. You can also find me here on Tuesday for Calamity Hunters. Yes, words. Sorry, I was trying to like go through all the names of the various games that you have running right now and try to remember which one I'm in.
No worries.
Find out what the fuck actually happened last week, and also find out how much stuff my character stole in the background.
Yeah. Get to We ended it on a cliffhanger last week, so it's gonna be good. Awesome. And then Vanessa, what was your favorite part? Where can we find you online, and anything else you'd like to share?
I didn't really have a favorite part this time around, just because everything was gold. It just kept getting better and better progressively. So I feel like it would be an injustice to pick a favorite part. So I'm super excited to finally maybe get to Liam. We've been waiting for this for about a season.
We're trying. We're actively trying to get there.
Slowly and surely, we're getting there. But yeah, so all of it was my favorite. As for where you can find me next, I will be here on Wednesday, where I am GMing Exodus: The Sunken City, which is a Bioshock-inspired game. If you like Bioshock, then I suggest coming by and watching, because the cast is amazing and hilarious, and we never ever get anything done. So much like this campaign. And of course, I'll be here next Saturday for Animus as well. And you can find me online on Twitter at Peppero Draws, and that's Peppero like the candy. And coffee.com/Peppero Princess if you would like to see my art and perhaps get some art of your characters done.
And because I like to hype up my friends, even if you aren't familiar with Bioshock, you should definitely check out the Wednesday game, because Vanessa's an awesome GM. Her art is kick-ass too, so you should definitely check that out.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then last but not least, Jay, what was your favorite part? Where can you find you online, and anything else you'd like to share?
I think I'm with Vanessa on this one. The whole episode was my favorite. Like, that was, again, it always feels like it's been a month when we don't have the game for a week. Actually, even just every week it feels like it's been a month, but especially this one. I missed out on the last half of the last game, so I'm coming into this one like, what the fuck happened? What is going on? And I find out not only was that some bitch on our ship, but like he was there for a while. No, it was really good. Like, I honestly kind of forgot who Sparky was when I started playing them again. I was like, what? How do they act? What do they do? But it was really good. It was really good to see everyone. Everyone's character kind of came out in this one. I feel like that was a lot of not just interpersonal stuff, but like deep-seated stuff that really got, if not resolved, at least put out in the open. And yeah, we don't necessarily not hate Daisy, but we're willing to like move past it for the moment to get shit done. And I think that's really like what this group is like when shit really happens, we're gonna get shit done eventually, maybe. Eventually maybe. As for where you can find me next, you can find me on my own channel tomorrow, where I'm going to be doing my first of my new third weekly stream, where I'll be doing some video games, and that's over on Twitch at AlienJays. You can also follow me on Twitter at AlienJays.
What you gonna play tomorrow?
Oh, it's a surprise.
Awesome. So that just leaves me. My favorite part, I'm with everybody here. Like, the whole thing was amazing. And I missed you all so much having a week off. This group is just phenomenal. The whole episode was great, but one particular highlight for me was watching you all try to figure out where Rip is, with player knowledge knowing that he's there and character knowledge not knowing that he's there, and how you all played that without metagaming was beautiful. I really enjoyed that.
My jaw hurts so much from that.
I really had to think of, okay, what does Seattle know, and how would Seattle solve this? Not how would Alex solve this? Because Alex would solve this by like venting everything out forcefully and electrifying the deck.
Yeah, and it was fun playing Rip during that, trying to figure out like okay, what does Rip know based on what he's observing? What would he do to try to outsmart this, and then doing so?
When you mentioned
And,
it was wires, I'd had that kind of thought. I was like, what if it's a red herring? Oh, Raven.
I was like, yeah, that would work, but I was like, Rip wouldn't just cut the wires. That'd be too obvious. What would Rip do? Like, melt the wires, yes. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And then watching you all trying to find on the cameras where he is, knowing that he's just dangling literally by his belt, so that not even like the magnetic shoes on the suit are registering on the hull. Like, that was just so much fun to watch the whole thing. But yeah, the whole episode was great. The stuff at the end, conversation between Daisy and Lagu, and I did find it quite amusing that your first thought before anything else was like, what did she do with Seth? I'm like, Seth wasn't involved at all. That was just fun.
Seth was too embarrassed to be involved in that.
Yeah. But the whole thing was great. You can find me next on Tuesday for Hunters of Calamity. That's at 6 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. It's 8 p.m. Eastern. And then I'll also be playing in the game on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. So that's where you'll find me next. Also, check out Patreon. We've got some cool stuff going on there. I've got a lot of art that's going up a lot more frequently than last season because my streaming schedule isn't so rigorous. So I've got more time to throw that stuff up there. You can also download the soundtrack for this game on Patreon, as well as a couple others. Yeah, it's a lot of cool stuff happening. And then, of course, mentioning sponsors there. And our raid cry.
Cryopod 9 needs to be checked. Remind us next game. It's trying to turn a cult.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, I believe it's at Cryopod9 on Twitter. The cheese cooler that the crew has its own Twitter, which there are posts to it somewhat regularly. So you can check that out too. It's pretty neat. Yeah, that's all of our details. Our raid cry is hope you end up in space duty, Cowpoke. And we're gonna go raid. Let me just make sure that she's still alive. We're gonna go raid Madame Gandalf because we haven't said hello over there in quite a while. So we're gonna go say hi to Madame Gandalf. If you're not following her, definitely do so. She's a delight and a really fun variety streamer to watch. And yeah, with all of that being said, I will see you all on Tuesday. Bye, everybody.